0 to Karmine Corp, and I would say that was needlessly top bins.
And this is not how you want to begin. Man City with a defensive mistake on the back wall. They also had possession and 2 scoring chances early. They failed to capitalize. K-Corp gets only 1, and they capitalize. That is not the playbook that you want for Man City. Man City is shooting 30% throughout this tournament. That is 3rd in the league so far. And that is what you need when you are a defensive team. We expect to see Man City playing a ton of defense versus K-Corp, who did not shoot well yesterday, but they opened up today perfect on that first opportunity.
Yeah, it's an interesting point seeing how well Man City can defend as Acro gets a huge pinch, a floor pinch across the pitch, because that's not how they want to play their rugby league. That's not how they managed to break into that kickoff line before they were signed by Man City. But they will have to do plenty here because Karmine Corp, they've woken up with venom inside them, Gibbs. And I think, as always, this is the team, you said they were already making the major. Fine. They won the kickoff land. Fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, as Vatira with his minus 1,000 aura player banner there sinks the second. It's like they want to win everything, always.
Yeah. Like, that's the hard thing, because you know that K-Corp, again, when it comes down to their last tournament life, that is the problem. Sure, when they're in the upper bracket, maybe they're a bit more carefree, and maybe it got away from them yesterday. But you know that they want to play on Sunday. Like, Vatira wants to play every single day of Rocket League competition that he absolutely can, and you expect it here. And again, this is not a good start. A freebie goal there for K-Corp to go up 2-0 early versus Man City. And again, Man City is kind of known for their defense. Finally going on the offense here. Acro, after the aerial bump pass by his teammate Tempo. Great play here to get back into it.
Yeah, Tempo is usually the player to make things happen for Man City, and this was the case again. He is their chaser. He is their jawbreaker of the opponents. He does get them going, but it was his teammate who managed to get the final shot, the final touch there was Acros. And Man City to get themselves back into this one. And they continue to step up. I don't think Karmine Corp expect this one to be particularly easy from what they would have seen from Man City so far this season, as Acro fakes like he has boost. Wasn't the best touch, if nothing in the attack. Tempo leaves that 100 there for his teammate, then gets a fake in the corner. Needs to play there from Tempo yet again. It falls to Atto in the end. Karmine Corp working their way back into this one after conceding that last goal. That challenge has not gone the way Atto expected. Rolls it for Vatira, but Man City stepping up.
But I always
that midfield game so far by Man City has looked very, very good, and it's allowing them to gain possession onto the blue half. I really thought that this whole game was going to be played on the orange part of the field, but Man City is doing a good job in these midfield challenges to bring the game to K-Corp.
Vatira's trying to make sure that Man City can't do anything more than that. He's got the split reset. He's nailed it to a T, nearly there. Acro at the near post. Great play there from Vatira. Just waited, cradled the ball, and then sent it forward when the time was right. Karmine Corp are much more comfortable with a 2-goal lead. They're trying to get it back. Atto this time round the corner. And Juice is coming in. I mean, juicy for Karmine Corp. I must admit, when it was announced, I wasn't entirely inspired, but he's improved with these blue colours.
Oh, I got numbers for you, but we're going to wait till after this play. Tempo with the shot and Edgeby. And now Atto will get the clear, but Juicy is so impressive to me, because on his last squad of the mates, he was the #1 on the team. He would be on offense most of the time. Like, in terms of all of Europe, he was the offensive third. Off the most
cool.
And out, Man City will be alive. I will save the stats about Juicy until between games, because we're getting a lot of action here in this 1-goal game. Man City now playing a ton of defense. They need to find a way to get this ball out. Aerial bumps are going to happen a lot. K-Corp, not that demo heavy yesterday, and I think that was their downfall. They're going to have to be aggressive here. Vatira with the shot from his teammate, and this is the K-Corp we love. They always have 2 members available on a pass, so you can get fakes like that by Juicy. Leaves it wide open for Vatira to get the counterattack goal.
Yeah, Vatira missed a big chance earlier. He wasn't going to do the same again. And this time he does get his 2nd goal of the match, and maybe that'll be enough for Karmine Corp to set their first real claim in this series, make it 1-0 against Man City. Vatira misses his 2nd touch. Atto pushes that one towards that Crow. It's going to be a complicated rhyme. It's the day of rhymes after Whitby nip earlier. Now we've got Acro versus Atto. I don't know who's coming up next, but I'm excited to find out. Acro onto the crossbar. Can Man City finish? No, they can't. There's a huge chance to make it.
Yeah, shot just a bit high, but again, I don't mind this first game by Man City. It's not perfect, but I feel like the open field play they've been doing a relatively good job to be close, at least with K-Corp. And that's all you kind of want as a challenger, to come out. It's just they're giving up maybe a little bit too much on counterattacks, and so they got to clean that up.
Tempo wants to bundle this ball forward. Edgeby sit as far as he possibly can. Tempo is there, sweeping that one to the side, but it does look like game one will belong to Man City. And as soon as this ball touches the floor, we can hear about Gibbs' numbers.
Oh,
Juicy.
my beautiful numbers.
I'm on
You
10
just said
about
game
I'm
one
so
belonged
ready,
to
man.
Man
All right,
City.
I love Juicy. I think it was a great move.
Oh,
K-Corp game
Carmen
one
Corp
win,
is just
fantastic. The reason why I love it is because back with Drawley, the K-Corp was like, all right, we have our number one player. He's going to move up the field the most in terms of top third position, and Drawley was number one of all of Europe, like of the good teams. I think he finished number 2 behind one player that was not a top 18, so it doesn't really matter. So Drawley was their number one offensive attacker. Now that's Vatira plus Atto. Both of them are in the top 3 in terms of offensive firepower. The thing is, with Juicy, on his last team, that was his role. He played offense. He was a top 5 positional player on the offensive side of all of Europe. That's the role he knew. That's the role he did well at. But he has completely changed to play that third man role now for K-Corp, and he's done it exceptionally well. And that is very difficult to do in terms of being one of the best teams in the world. Like, sure, like you can do that maybe on like a borderline major team, but you're talking about K-Corp. To go onto their team and to fill Drawley's shoes and play a completely different position than you played last year, and to do it that well, is exceptional.
Well, I mean, it's the difference between recruiting the best on paper player and actual proper player recruitment from an org that has its fundamentals in place. It's got its management in place, you know, coached by Extra, managed by Fero. There are so many brilliant Rocket League minds involved, all the way down to the players themselves, and that's why Karmine Corp, they seem to keep making improvement after improvement after improvement. This is what Rocket League can look like when it is at its very best. A true behemoth in the esport is Karmine Corp. And you're seeing it right now on the pitch, as you say, Gibbs. Juicy, who would have been approached, would have been spoken to, would have been, I'm sure, informed that his role would be slightly different. And he is taking to it like a duck to water. And he looks better for Karmine Corp than I remember him looking for his previous roles before. Any question marks that I had, and I've always had a few over him, just seem to be dripping away by the game.
And that is talent to the coach and staff of K-Corp as they get the first goal here by Atto. Like, it's a credit to the entire team, because Vatira and Atto both also were like, all right, we're going to play more offense. We're going to change our play styles too to make this work on this team. For some reason, this is what they came up with. And so far, like, obviously, they are regional champs. They are kickoff land champs. So it is obviously working. So well done to the entire team there to make it happen. That being said, they're in the lower bracket right now, and they need to win every single match going forward.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's certainly doable for a team like Karmine Corp, but Man City already shown some danger against KC so far this game. They got a lovely goal in the first one, and this man here with the Icelandic-looking car, I do like that design, was at the heart of it. Tempo. HB gets one onto the backboard. Atto is already there. Tempo up against Atto. Tempo takes out Atto, so Atto can't do too much damage. And then Tempo gets Vatira as well. It was a trade, but that does leave an awful lot of space if Man City can get hold of this ball. They weren't able to, because your man Gibbs, Juicy, he was the one who saw the double demo and just kept hold of that ball. Such intelligent gameplay there.
Yeah, but I expected the physical play coming out of K-Corp. It makes sense against a team that plays a little bit more defense, and because their shooting wasn't great yesterday. But for Man City to come out, being physical in that midfield, like Acro on rotation out, he just got a demo as well. That happened a lot in game one. So they're trying to open up that midfield with demo plays, and it seems to be working because Man City is competing like in that midfield. Yet they are down a game, they are down a goal here. They need to find a way to get this ball out of their half with maybe some more physical play.
Big clearance there from Acro, gets it as far back as Atto. And it does seem that's a bit of a blueprint there for Man City. Trying to take out KC plays. There's another example of Vatira, it nearly recovered. What a save that would have been. Acro sneaks it in.
So Edgeby, great play here. He gets a bump on one and then goes after Vatira, making Vatira fly early. He goes off the inside of his net, trying to pull an atomic from yesterday, but just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, did you see what he did? He went at the post. I think he went at the post to the sort of ceiling of the goal and then tried to bounce off did Vatira. That would have been arguably better than Atomic. So Atomic was from the floor, but maybe that's the new saving meta. These players using the the top of the goal ramp. I don't know what you call it, the roof of the goal, the mouth of the goal, whatever you call it.
The roof of the goal, yeah, I think that works.
Brother, what was that?
Creative ways. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because what does matter, Gibbs, is that Man City equalised, and
Why
they're
you
looking
looking
really dangerous in this series.
Yeah, but that was a great play. Just getting some physical play, not only on one, but it was on two players. Making two players have to move on defense is what you need to do versus a good K-Corp squad. And again, that shooting percentage of yesterday for Man City was great. They need to keep it up. Vatira with the quick double tap. Atto was waiting midfield, but just couldn't reach in time.
Yeah, lovely play there from Vatira. Arguably the player of the year in 2025. Won so much, achieved so much. So yet to achieve the World Championship, of course. This may well be his season, but he'll get through series like this one to do it. Crow tries to put that one around the corner. Tempo gets the save, and actually
Another physical
opportunity, and actually the goalkeeper's been taken out. More demos.
This was a very basic play by Man City. The Gakro was just, I'm going to throw it into the corner and then go for a demo. And Juicy with a horrible touch there to not help out his teammate that was in net. But again, Man City with the physical plays makes it happen. That goal, very basic. You expect K-Corp to handle that better, but they couldn't do it there.
Vatira needs to get his team back into this one. Man City, fantastic turnaround. Acro showing Vatira no respect, getting in his face, stopping the flick from coming in as Atto set 50-50 into the corner where Juicy was waiting. Lovely couple of touches there from Juicy. Forces the pinch, and now he can come forwards. Not quite able to get the flip reset. Man City defending deep here, inviting Karmine Corp to attack them and then countering well. They get the balance perfectly right now, Gibbs.
Yeah, that's always been the hard part with Man City. Like, I love their defense. Here's the give and go. Atto with the shot. Edgeby, great save there, but the offense is still cooking here for Juicy. See what he can do versus all three members of Man City. The fake to Atto, another big save by Edgeby. Man City holding on, but I love their defensive style, but you need to get the ball out at some point so you get boost on the field, and finally we get somewhat of a clear 200s for Man City back on defense.
Oh, there's a miss there, and Vatira gets the 50-50 over the top of Acro. Can they make something from it? Man City, Tempo into the centre. Lovely challenge there from Tempo to place it on a play for Edgeby. Takes a couple of touches and puts it over the top of Vatira. This is exactly what Man City need. Ball control in the blue half, but Vatira does come forward. Tempo and Edgeby may be in each other's way. Atto's going to wait. Atto's going to be forced to wait. Edgeby gets anything he can on that ball and then is taken out for his troubles. Atto slows things down into the flip reset. But the defending from Man City, once again, is too solid.
And you can see Edgeby just parking on the corner boost, waiting for it to spawn. Now he's got a chance. An aerial challenge attempt to dunk on Atto, but Atto turns it away. 18 on the clock. K-Corp needs a goal. Vatira with a quick double tap. No, he just leaves it for his teammate, but Tempo, big clear. So Edgeby's going to try and waste time in this corner against Juicy. Does well there. Some demos coming out. Last chance for K-Corp. Atto up. Vatira's going to reach up for the pass. The aerial ball. That's K-Corp's specialty, but Edgeby reads it. Juicy keeping it alive for one more go, but Man City taking game 2, and we have ourselves a series.
Yeah, well done, Man City. They had to read what Karmine Corp were doing there. There were fakes, there were bumps, there were air dribbles. And Man City were on the other end of each and every one of them. All three Man City players making at least 3 saves. It was 3 each for Acro and Tempo, and then 4 for Edgeby. So all of them defensively involved, and they had to be. And it wasn't just goal line saves. There was a period of about a minute or so where they were counting their goal line, but for the most part, they were meeting Karmine Corp at the earliest possible time, getting really good 50-50s.
They got outshot by 5 shots in this game, but that's the Man City specialty. That is just what they are going to do. It's about, can they capitalize on their scoring opportunities? And both their scoring opportunities in this game were physical plays to delete the defense so they can have wide open nets. Again, that they're shooting 30% in this tournament, that is 3rd best throughout, and it's for reasons like this. You open up the door so you get high quality chances, because they know they are going to be limited on chances versus K-Corp. K-Corp will own that possession game, but if you can capitalize when you have those moments, that's the playbook here. That was the playbook yesterday for Magnifico versus K-Corp as well. K-Corp outshot Magnifico a ton, but Magnifico found a way with defense and capitalizing when it mattered most to take them down. And Man City, it's a best of 5. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, can they continue to frustrate Karmine Corp in the way they did down there on Forbidden Temple? If any team's capable of it, Man City are starting to show that they are that sort of team. They break through with such confidence, but they're more than happy to sit back when the time is required. And Karmine Corp, they will know that about Man City. They won't be too flustered about how that game went, because they know they've got the offensive firepower to come straight back forwards again. Acro makes another big save, but So far, Man City just answering everything thrown at them by KC.
Yeah, I'm waiting for more of those K-Corp normal plays where they go in the air and go for the aerial bump. We saw it occasionally, but we haven't seen it as often as we normally do, or turn those into more aerial fakes. And I think that's because of the midfield game's been so good for Man City. Acro with another phenomenal play, but Atto, big save off the bar and out. Juicy will get the clear, and Atto will take over. And Man City putting the offense on right now versus K-Corp. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice save, but Edgeby has to score that. He had so much goal to aim for. All Atto could do was double jump at the right time. He's read it well as the Belgian, but even so, Edgeby will be very frustrated he didn't sink that one, especially when you're up against a team as good as Karmine Corp. You'd have to take those opportunities. Man City will have to settle for continuation at 0-0. Tempo wants to win this ball against Atto. Edgeby's taken out. Vatira has a clean shot, and he finds the goalkeeper as well. Juicy tries to fake, but he loses 50-50. Still is 0-0.
That was an amazing save by Acro. Not only the save, the follow-up. He followed that ball all the way back out to midfield to get another challenge on Juicy to keep it alive, but Juicy gets the dunk and Vatira cannot reach it, but Atto will get the shot. Tempo with the clear off the roof of his goal as well. Crazy defense by Man City.
Now is this one still 0-0? Maybe it's not anymore. Juicy had to do something special, so that's what he comes
Dude, I knew I was gonna.
And this is what you want out of K. Juicy off the ceiling. Great shot, but when a defense has to panic and make miracle save after miracle save, they're not going to have boost, and you will have a chance to go up in the air for free. Juicy, no one challenged him early, and he made them pay.
Juicy, the differentiator between the two teams right now. He thought about going for this ball as well, but Vatira called him off it. Juicy waits for Edgeby's clearance. Edgeby goes over the top of Juicy. Maybe not the best decision not to go for that one. The drive challenge wasn't ideal there from the goal scorer. And he's missed that 100 boost as well. Vatira picks it up, so Juicy gets it to Vatira. Vatira had everything in the tank, gets the edge of a bump. Now Atto comes in, all three Karmine Corp players involved. And the ball got as far as the Man City goal line, but Acro gets another big save for the Citizens.
And that's kind of how you have to play defense against K-Corp. There always has to be two members ready. You know those aerial bumps are going to come out. You know you can't really do a whole lot about it outside of the first player has to force it, so the other player has a clean save and they aren't blocked out of vision or anything like that. So well done there by Man City. But again, this midfield game is now starting to turn to K-Corp's way. They're keeping a lot of possession, turning into some physical plays, and the boost starving could start happening.
Acro should be able to clear this one as far as he can, but it wasn't ideal. It falls to Atto. Edgeby and Tempo in his way, and Atto weaves it between the two of them. A little bit of brilliance there.
You can't make a mistake against K-Corp. Acro just missed positions on that wall for the clear, and Atto, it's like, I have 75 boost, and I got space, and I know how to make top 5 plays, as we saw earlier today. And Atto doing another one there. K-Corp, early 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Atto will never struggle to do that. Once he has control of the ball, he is incredibly adept at picking his spot and scoring his goals. Vatira might get a flick reset here of his very own. Edgeby puts one to the corner. Juicy there tries to tee up Atto, who was probably wisely waiting back. Man City now having to chase, something we never saw from the last game. Are they capable of doing it? Are they able to step up and attack over the next couple of minutes? It's all well and good defending, Gibbs, but now they need to force some goals, and soon.
And that's going to be the hard part, because you got to be passive a little bit against K-Corp at some point because of that physical play, but at the same time, you're down 2. That third man is going to have to creep up a little bit sooner. Otherwise, K-Corp will make them pay and just keep this ball on the orange side. But here's a big clear, but Acro has no boost. Just got to wait this out. And Vatira will just do a nice little 50-50. Another 50-50 by Atto, and K-Corp again, clearing it out of that midfield.
Yeah, one thing you'll always know about Karmine Corp is they will have game management. They're not going to rush and panic at times like this. Able to see games out as well as probably any team in the world. They won't be feeling too much pressure here. 2 goals to the good. Maybe if Man City can get 1, and soon that will change. Tempo has it in the corner. Wants to push it forwards, but Vatira shepherds the ball towards Atto, and again they get the ball all the way back onto orange territory. Force Man City to start again, and it seems, Gibbs, that Karmine Corp are looking pretty impenetrable at the moment.
Yeah, Man City, sure, they've had some offensive possession. A lot of that's just in the corner, though, and they're not really getting quality scoring chances out of this. They have 4 shots on net. I felt maybe 1 good scoring chance throughout this match, so not looking good during this game. K-Corp now getting physical with Juicy, moving upfield, but the ball's been in the orange half most of the time, and if it's not, it's in a blue corner. which is not a recipe that Man City wants to continue doing.
Yeah, for a second it looked like HB was going to be able to get a bump or a demo. And a key moment from Tempo's touch, but not to be, and it seems like Karmine Corp are going to restore their lead in this series. A clean, professional game win from Karmine Corp. And I'd say the real spearhead was Atto. That second goal, that was the one they needed. But actually, Juicy's as well from the ceiling was pretty good as well. So it was a couple of solo mechanical plays that separated the two teams here. But once Karmine Corp have the lead, they are devastating.
And that's the annoying thing with K-Corp, right? You're like, oh, they're such a good team, right? But they also have the mechanics that when they do get open and they just have to beat you in a 1v1, they're going to beat you 9 times out of 10. So K-Corp just firing, they're looking great so far. Man City, though, again, it's only 2-1. That game really didn't go their way. But nothing really happened. They got 0 demos in that game, and that is what they need to change, because the physical play, and they had their few offensive opportunities, worked so well back in game 2. They need to find a way to make that happen again. But the only way that happens, Cole, is if they're on the offense, and they really weren't all game long.
Yeah, not enough shots, not enough possession there for Man City, and certainly not enough territory. Well, they can change that in a heartbeat. I'm curious to see how they'll be, if they lose the next game. It's almost certain that Man City will take a tactical timeout. And I do want to see that plan B from Man City. I want to see if they can at least try, just to see how it looks, go toe-to-toe over Karmine Corp and really try and force the issue, because you're not going to defend for minutes at a time against them.
Yeah, it's tough because they are making mistakes on defense as well, and when they do make the mistakes, that's when they get capitalized on, or they have to make those desperation plays on defense, and that allows the wide open space, like for a Juicy, to score that first goal. So they need to find ways to fix the small mistakes so they don't have to play so much defense, so then they can play a little bit more offense and have a little bit of a buffer there. But so far, it didn't work there in the last game. Let's see what happens here.
Well, HB is going to send that one to his right, and HB is going to get some boost as well. Crow calls off Tempo there. Tempo, to me, seems to be the player for Man City that is most likely able to break through all these Karmine Corp players. As I say that, he completely whiffs at the ball and allows his opponents in, who then make an own save. So a bit of a scrappy 10 seconds or so in this game.
Yeah, that I thought was a guaranteed goal for K-Corp. Like, Vatira was hunted for the bump of the goalie, but the goalie did a great job to dodge it and then get a challenge in. So well done there by Man City. There was a mistake, but they fixed it just in time so they don't have an early deficit here.
Atto's coming in. This could be 1-0. He shoots it onto the backboard. Tempo's in trouble. Tempo can't get the save. Once again, it's Atto.
Here we see Acro again go for the clearance off these corners and a little bit of a mistouch. And again, you just can't mistouch against Atto. He'll go up and penalize you every single time. K-Corp starting to take over.
Yeah, even the simple stuff from Atto is better than it looks. It was a flip reset. Double tap. Even there. He could have gone for the instant shot, could have gone for the simple double tap. But he went for the flare and it worked. Acro, though, is in here from the infield pass and follows it up himself. I thought the chance had gone.
Like, HB, great pass here to open it up. Atto goes for the early challenge, but Juicy just a little bit late. Like, I'm surprised he actually went for the challenge at that point and maybe just played goal line defense. But he does it, hits off the post, a fortunate bounce to go back up midfield. Man City, they get the goal right back, and that's exactly what they need right now to keep the morale high.
Yeah, it was seeming like this one was going to be getting pretty insurmountable against Karmine Corp. They were building up a head of steam, but that goal might just change that. So tries to dance the ball forwards over the top of Tempo, but Tempo gets 1 and then 2 key touches. So that's brilliant there from Tempo. Can he get past Vatira as well? Yes, he can, and he takes some boost. How's the infield pass? Instead, he leaves it for Acro, and I think Acro could have weaved that one on target if he was a bit more patient.
Such a good play by Tempo to beat 2 members out and then go for the bump on the third as well to open up that door for Acro, but I think he thought he had to rush that as quickly as he possibly could, so no goal there, but those are the plays you love to see out of Man City. When you can outplay K-Corp, it looks so good, and that's what they have to find for the next 3 games.
Easier said than done, Gobes. Easier said than done.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Well, they will certainly try, and they are trying diligently. Juicy, though, gets the catch. He's got the reset, I think, but instead lets the ball drop onto the floor. HB here pushes that one out wide to Tempo. Good touch from Tempo again. Can't quite get his second all-important one. Acro, they're on the ascendancy against Vatira, and Man City is certainly pressing further forwards now against Karmine Corp. And Karmine Corp look a little bit shaken by that.
Yeah, that they're getting it deep, no scoring chance, but they have all the boost in the midfield, and they're not really challenged on the counterattack, so they can keep possession. But now the ball kind of slips away from them, goes into the Orange side, and now all three of them have no boost at all, and Atto's up in the air again, going for the air dribble dunk. Cannot get it, but K-Corp slowly taken back over here with a limited boost on Man City, but Acro makes the play. Tempo, the only one with 100, makes at least a challenge happen to allow his teammates to also collect boost and get the clear.
Yeah, Vatira has a clean touch here though, and he just asks Acro to waste a little bit more boost, and that's what Karmine Corp are currently doing, trying to make sure that Man City are using as much as possible. If they can get one boost grab for this period of play and these series of rotations, and suddenly Man City will be stretched. But so far Man City are dealing with that threat very well, not quite able to break out and get a centre boost just yet. That's the next challenge. So at the moment, HB and Tempo thought about it, but instead they wait in the middle, they use what they have left, and that allows in Vatira, big save for now, but Atto isn't gonna miss. And finally, the boost advantage that KC were building pays dividends.
When you have low boost, it is so difficult to challenge the first man on a play. Instead, they all had to sit back, and Vatira just beat all three. That's all he did there. He just like, yeah, like I got space, I'm gonna air dribble over all three of you. Turns into a juicy rebound there for Atto to finish it off, and brilliant goal by Vatira to set all that up. But it's because of the boost starving, of that slow gameplay by K-Corp to slowly drain that boost to make opportunities like that happen.
Yeah, masterful rotation there from Karmine Corp. If you ever want to study how to play 3v3 as a team and who to follow, Karmine Corp for that minute or so is exactly how. The decisions they were making, when to stay forwards, when to boost steal, and then finally, in the eyes of Vatira, when to strike. Vatira now tries to get the dunk on Acro, who brilliantly leaves it. Wow, he was the calmest man in the entire stadium. Even the eggs were looking more nervous than Acro was there. The juice is in the air. Let's get the edgeable bump. And Karmine Corp now, they're defending from the front foot, Gibbs. They're not giving Man City even a second to believe they can get back into this one.
So like almost every time I'm looking at Man City, like two of them are very, very limited boost. But give and go! Tempo in the air gets the extra touch, and Man City out of nowhere. Tempo, the pass, he's still up. HB to Tempo.
Holy crap!
And a goal. Man City ties it up in game 4.
That was crazy.
Is a ridiculous equalizer. And it seems the only way Man City were going to do it was something special. Karmine Corp looked to have everything going their own way, but Man City had one chance and they took it with a little spice of brilliance.
That's
if
the
Man City
playbook.
can get this next goal, this series is blown wide open. And of course, Vatira ruins that. Brilliant.
Tempo tries to get a clear, poor touch out to HB, so he can't do anything because HB went a midfield for the pass. He's got to retreat, and Vatira just steals it off them. The double tap, the dagger to their hearts after a great goal. And Man City now has to find another one.
Yeah, I mean, they've done it once. Can Man City do it again? Just when it seemed like momentum was going back to Man City's way. Vatira, who else, brings it all the way back to Karmine Corp. Interesting touch there from HB to get it to Tempo, who can't do too much other than force a 50-50. Vatira's trying to come forwards again. 20 seconds left. Karmine Corp much less comfortable in this game than they were in the last one, when they had the 2-goal lead. With one, it's always seemed a bit more stretched. Atto, a couple of touches. Man City need to get hold of this ball and they need to do it now. Tempo has a teammate to his right, already moving forwards. It's Acro who's got the 100. Acro does get the ball in the end. He goes for the innocent shot. Atto doesn't get the touch. HB, he gets onto the backboard as well. Tempo has to get past Atto, and Juicy isn't able to. But the ball remains in the air until Juicy slams it down. And Karmine Corp take a 3-1 lead in the series.
Oh, and a very typical game, I think, for K-Corp. It's like outside of the Man City just crazy goal, that's the game you expect out of K-Corp. They outshot them 12-5. They had a lot of possession. It was a 1-goal game, which is not like ideal for them, but that's because Man City pulled off a fantastic goal, a top 5 worthy goal. But I think this is exactly what K-Corp wants, and this is how Man City plays. This is just how they're going to have to win. They're going to have to play a lot of defense, and again, find those small opportunities. They found some here, that they did get 2 goals, but at the end of the day, it's very difficult, because I feel like Man City, they are a good team. They can be a major team. The way they play right now, I don't think they are a championship winning team. And I'm not sure if they should change it because it works so well against the tier below. It's very difficult because, like, do you guarantee or at least have a better chance at a major with this playstyle? Or do you want to be the very best team in Europe? Then you would have to change it. It's very, very difficult to do that.
Well, those are the sorts of discussions they may be having right now because Man City have taken their own tactical timeout, so they'll have an extra minute to discuss. To answer your question directly, Gibbs, I think if I was in that camp right now and they, for whatever reason, said, Cole, what do you think? Which I can't imagine, but let's just say, I'd say get yourself to a major. Do what you have to do to make it into that top 5 EU, even if it's ugly, even if you know that you're capable of more attacking. Once you've been to one, once you've experienced one, that's when you can start to think, okay, we've done that. How do we then take that next step forward? So if they do have to semi-defend their way to a major, I would not begrudge that at all. And it'd be nice to see new players and new teams at a major. And I guess it's always good to know as well they've got the extra in their locker because, you know, maybe a time like now is a chance to experiment a little bit. You know, they've got to get 3 games in a row against Karmine Corp, a team that has been reverse swept before, but it's unlikely, right? That's when you can have a bit of a play and see what you can get out of this series to take forward to the blueprint.
It's so difficult too, because we say, oh, it's so easy, just don't play defense. It's like, of course, that's not possible, right? Like playing K-Corp, you're probably going to be playing a lot more defense. It's just the small changes. I think every single tournament will be a learning experience for them. Like I think the kickoff LAN was fantastic for them. I get it that they got reverse swept, but you got your worst loss like out of the way, right? Now every other LAN match from now on will be better, like if they make it to more LANs, and that is the ultimate goal for Man City. They are tied for the last major spot right now. They desperately need more points, but unfortunately they got a little bit of an unlucky draw here playing K-Corp.
Yeah, that's tough. That's very tough to play K-Corp in the losers for top 6. But it is what it is. You know, you can only beat the teams in front of you, and Man City have now got to do that thrice against Karmine Corp. Karmine Corp, who are beginning to look like their kickoff LAN selves, not quite at their absolute very best this series, and that is credit to Man City, but they're warming up for sure. But Tira almost gets the ball from Atto, actually does get the ball from Atto, and Juicy's shot was wayward.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I think he was looking for bottom right, maybe just couldn't reach it in time, but it looked like he had a good opportunity there and just threw it away.
Tira gets the catch, and he gets the flip reset, and then fakes using it to shoot instead. Lets a pinch go towards Atto, who absolutely nails it. Gets that all the way around the Man City goal. And it's looking like the end of the last game, Gibbs. There is so much Karmine Corp pressure right now, early doors.
And that is the problem, right? Because we saw Juicy make a mistake, didn't get that shot on target. When you're on offense, that means the game is still 0-0. When you're on defense, if Man City makes a mistake, then it's a goal. But here, the counter-attack happens. Tempo with the dribble to the midfield for the pass, beaten out Juicy, and this is what Man City needs. The counter-attack specialties. When you're on defense for a while, surprise them, beat one member, and you have a chance at a goal, and Man City's on top.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That is the blueprint for Manchester City at the moment. Sit back, defend with your life, hope that Tempo has 100 boost and uses it well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then ensure you're at the other end to help him out with the finish. That's perfect Man City gameplay right there. Edgeby almost pitches that one into his own net. That would be much more imperfect. Juicy, another clean pinch. Edgeby can give Accra a race here. Atto can't do too much with it. Tempo up against Vatira. Vatira pushes it to the side. And Karmine Corp are now struggling to break through Man City, and suddenly when Man City have the lead, the pressure that Karmine Corp have, instead of looking incisive and aggressive, it looks a bit useless, you know? It looks a little bit like wasted territory.
So I'm going to throw something out here. I know it's way too early, but if we look at the map, it is the Eiffel Tower behind them. K-Corp didn't do too well when World Championship was in France, you know, Neo Tokyo for NRG, maybe this map for K-Corp, but we'll see. It's still early. It's still early.
Well, they're cursed on this map, are they, Karmine Corp?
Yes,
That'd be some irony.
I'm just saying, it's possible.
NA have got Neo Tokyo. Maybe French teams have got
this map now. So NA might have a chance again. They might.
Well, we'll see how that one goes moving forward as Vatira tries to take out Edgeby. Man City more than happy to be 50-50 at that location. They've got players back, they've got boost to spare. I think that's the difference as well here. If you look at Man City's boost meters, they've always got 100. So Karmine Corp are having this territory, but, you know, Man City are really comfortable because they can fly up and get a 50-50 in a block, and there's someone else there to follow.
And that's the ultimate, I think, play by both teams, right? It's going to come down to that boost game. Like, Man City does not mind playing defense if they have boost. It's just, the K-Corp, they want to play offense, but it doesn't matter if they don't take all the boost away. So I think those corner boosts are so crucial, and so far throughout this game, Man City doing a much better job at controlling those.
Atto weaves the ball from right to left, but Wasn't able to go any further at all because Edgeby just drove forwards and got the block. Edgeby still has 100 boost. So does Tempo. All of Man City in complete control of the boost pills next to their own goal. Tempo can come forward. There's a better challenge there from Atto. And I'm just waiting for something from Karmine Corp. It seems like they're all looking to each other, waiting for another player to be the one who really makes something happen. Juicy's trying to bundle it forwards. Vatira's tempted in eventually, but it's just a little bit passive from Karmine Corp almost.
Yeah, it feels like every challenge is both teams are there, and here's just a free double tap. Or a free, like, off the wall play by Acro here. So Edgeby just goes up the wall, throws it deep, and everyone's too far forward. Vatira takes a terrible angle at that as well. And that mistake, that cost K-Corp. Man City, they're alive in this game 5.
Yeah, Karmine Corp, who have made less saves and had more shots, have 2 fewer goals, but that might be about to be turned into 1 fewer goal straight from the kickoff. And Karmine Corp won't be shook off just yet.
So interesting to see Man City trying to get cute on kickoff when you have a 2-goal lead. They go for the fake, and it costs them dearly, and now it's a 1-goal game.
Karmine Corp now, can they continue this threat? It's a safer kickoff there from Man City. Don't blame them, much better as well. Edgeby almost over the top. Atto pushed it to the side. Acro, can he get this angle? Gets 1 touch, nearly the second, but that will allow the ball to fall for Vatira. Goes to the ceiling. Tempo's at least trying to block him as much as he can to make it as simple as possible for Edgeby. But suddenly Man City are looking boost starved. They're looking less comfortable with 60 seconds left.
And Acro takes it off the back wall. He's had a couple missed touches off that, but he makes a good work there. Out of it. We'll see if Edgeby can win. He cannot. Juicy trying to throw it mid, but Tempo, huge clear out to Edgeby, who will get the counter-attack goal. He was left offsides on the field, but that doesn't matter in Rocket League, and Edgeby will make it a 2-goal lead again.
Yeah, nice to see the dabbing Reaper as well coming out the goal there. Makes me feel young again to see that goal explosion. There it goes. I've not seen that one for a while.
That thing's like 9 years old. Like, it can almost play in the RLCS.
Yeah, the dabbing Reaper in RLCS 2030. Calling it now. It's next up. Looking forward to seeing it in a 1v1 apparently Jack video. Here comes Acro up against Juicy and Atto, nearly over the top of the 2 of them. And again, this has been Man City's game plan to an absolute T. They have played this game to true perfection.
10 shots to 9 and almost a 10th shot there by Man City, but they're keeping up in the shot department. They're obviously playing more defense, but they get the ball out quickly and throw something on net, which is a good sign for Man City. And again, as you said, as Atto gets beat, but Edgeby just doesn't have anything. But that's because they're playing defense and 2 members always have 100 boost. And that was completely different last game.
So Karmine Corp have all the possession. You know, they have the territory, they have the ball. They're tippy-tapping it around beautifully, and nothing's really coming from it. It's ironic that they're playing against Man City when we can levy that at them. And that is one for the UK football fans right there, Gibbs.
Nice, nice. It goes over my head, so don't worry.
I thought it might.
That's all right. Hey, that's okay. I'm a foreigner here. All right, on the show. Thanks for pointing it out, Cole. But CJ is too. All right, but there's at least 2 of us that are foreign. But he probably knows more about football than I do. So yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't. I'm sure that if you and CJ had a football off, no one would know who was who. But yeah, no, it's nice to see a different play style there from Man City work, because we do talk so much about how, you know, the most aggressive team wins. I'll be faster, be quicker, be more aggressive. I quite like the fact that we can see a play style that's slower and more thoughtful work at the top level of Rocket League.
Yeah, they're definitely one of the teams that are trying to bring that back. I feel like we used to have that a long time ago, and it always felt boring. I feel like Man City at least brings a little bit of a flavor to it compared to like teams in the past, like teams like TSM and stuff that we joke about, like, oh, if someone had to cast a TSM game, I think it was Corelli most of the time. I'm going to throw him under the bus. He was always like, oh no, I'm going to cast TSM. I'm going to fall asleep during this match. But Man City brings a little bit of flavor to it, which is nice to see. And they brought K-Corp to Neo Tokyo at this point, so it's getting interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's mainly because of Tempo that Man City remains such a watchable team. You know, he is someone who is incredibly keen to be aggressive. It's like he's always waiting to strike. And then when he and Acro make that duo play all the way up the pitch, it works very well. I feel like Edgeby is the player that has to sit back and has to watch the other 2 sort of go to war for him. But I definitely feel like about Man City that if you take out any of these players and put them in another team, they wouldn't be anywhere near as good. they work best together. And I think that's why I enjoy watching them so much.
Yeah, Tempo's been great. Like, I think when he has time on the defensive side, he's going for those small plays to beat out one member on K-Corp to relieve that pressure, right? And if you beat out one of those members, then it allows your two teammates probably to collect 100 boosts, and it just gives you just a little bit more time to play defense, to figure out what you want to do on the counterattack, and then allow you to challenge on those plays, which I think has been a problem, because when K-Corp, early on in this match, there were so many opportunities where we see Man City all on 0 boost, so no one can make that first challenge, so they all just have to sit back and wait, and you can't do that against K-Corp. They're going to aerial dribble, flip reset, turn it into a pass, or make you make a desperation play on defense, which allows for a juicy rebound to come out for a member to score on K-Corp. So Man City has to control their corner boost yet again. I would love a little bit more pressure, but it's perfectly fine. Like, if they play this way, it's all about the boost. You have to have it, and you have to conserve it on defense as well, because if you do get a corner stolen and you have 50, you should be only using 10 per save, right? Just to hold on to it, to able to have a chance to counterattack after.
You may have noticed a slight delay here as we head over to Neo Tokyo. Man City have taken their tactical timeout, which was in the previous game, and they won after that one as well. So this is a bit of a bonus timeout for them as well. But I don't think they'll like that after the last one that they've just had. I think this would serve, or will serve, Karmine Corp much better than Man City.
Sure, it's basically like a timeout, like at this point. And if they lose again, then they can call it or whatever. But
yeah.
But I'm just throwing it out there again, like into the universe. K-Corp is now 0-1 on that map. All right, like on the French map, I'm just throwing it out there early.
You're keeping score.
I'm just throwing it out. But Man City, like, sure, they might not want this tactical timeout, but at the same time, like, they're feeling good, right? And that's not a bad thing when you have a long break. If you're feeling good, then well, this time is going to fly by anyway for them, because they're going to be talking and hyping each other up like, we can do this, we can win 3 in a row versus K-Corp to take this match. And again, the point situation is insane, because Man City, they're tied for the last spot, and if they win this, they get 2 points that they desperately want. So everything online for them, while K-Corp's just sitting pretty, going to Boston, playing for more points, because, you know, it's always good to have as many points as possible going for the World Championship seeding. But I think everyone knows that K-Corp's very likely going to be at those events.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, K-Corp is a team that, even though they've already made the major, that will not affect their approach into any of these opens at all. As we were saying earlier, you know, they are completely and utterly ruthless in their approach of wanting to not just win, but dominate every single event that they play in. So, yeah, if, say, Karmine Corp to lose this, there's no way Vatira would tweet, oh, well, we've made the major. He would be livid. You know, in particular, he's always the ideal standard for me of a competitive Rocket League professional. But Man City, you know, they've had their pain this season. They had that reverse sweep, you know, and what was looking like it was going to be their big tournament. You know, we saw what Redacted did at the kickoff, and Man City must have been there thinking, oh man, that really could have been us if we'd only got over the line against Novo Esports.
But it's tough too, because I think Man City, the expectations are actually relatively high for this team. I feel like everyone, like if you mention a dark horse team, they say Man City, right? Like to make it into that tier 1 of European teams. That there's like 5 or 6 of them where it's like all these players are just joining new teams, but you expect them to still be at the top, right? But Man City is one of those teams that they don't have any of those players. And if any team is going to break out and join that tier 1, I think most people would have said this squad. So the expectations are relatively high for them, and they are trying to meet those. But they have faltered, which you expect to happen. It's just, do you learn from these mistakes, and do you improve every single event? And so far, like, they've improved in this match alone versus K-Corp, which is a very positive sign.
Yeah, that's true. You know, they've not sort of bowed down when things are starting to go against them, and I respect that about them. That's lovely stuff there from Man City. I like the way they play the game. I like the way they approach Rocket League. And I think they've got a chance, you know, in the last 2 games of this series. The fact that they go 3-1 down, and it's looking very tough, and Karmine Corp looked incredibly comfortable in that, 4th game. But after that, the step up that they've shown is mightily impressive, and that's the sort of thing that takes a lot longer to learn for up-and-coming pro players. You know, mechanically, there are key moments and there are slight differences, but in a big way, you know, they're all capable of incredible things. But it is the mindset, it is the mentality, it is the ability to play at your best when the pressure goes higher. And Man City are starting, you know, they obviously had as much of a blip to that as is possible to have the best of 7 reverse sweep that they had at the kickoff land, but they're starting now to show that they are able to step up in those situations. And if they learn that, if they get that final ingredient, then there's something there for them.
There is, but it's always like, we say all this, but it's like the team you're playing on the other side of the field is K-Corp. They are the final boss of Europe. They have owned Europe for so incredibly long, and they expect to own Europe yet again. Like, I think pretty much everyone would have said going into the season, yes, they are a downgrade of a team compared to last year, but they're still the best in Europe. And they have shown that time and time again. They showed it when they were down 3-1 in the finals versus Ninjas. When their backs are against the wall, don't count out a player like Vatira. He finds a way. The only time he doesn't is obviously the World Championship, and that is the last thing he needs. We will keep inventing tournaments. He will keep winning them, but none of that matters until he gets that World Championship ring. So we'll see. Maybe this is the year. Maybe this is finally that time. But K-Corp, they know it's a long journey, but they also know they want to win everything. They've always been that way. They're the team that has pretty much always qualified for every major after 2 opens. And then they play the 3rd open and they usually win it anyway because they just want to win everything they possibly can right now.
Yeah, I mean, I look forward to the absolute the myriad YouTube documentaries we have after Vatira does get his World Championship. He's going to get it at some point, you know. I'm looking forward to about 1 billion episodes of the story of Vatira, you know, how many times he failed, how many times, when I say failed, you know, didn't win the World Championship. It's hard to call that a failure if you finish at the semi-finals of a World Championship in anything, you know.
Yeah, like, it's tough, though, because, you know, we talk about these greatest of all time lists. Everyone's making top 25, and it's like, it's hard to slot Vatira, right? Because it's like, yeah, he's won everything except for the World Championship where he always falters. He hasn't made a grand finals yet. So it's like, it's very tough. Like, I think everyone knows that that Vatira wants to win it all. That is the main goal of all these teams. It does not matter, especially last year in France as well. But we have the Paris Major coming up as well. Like K-Corp, that's going to feel like a World Championship for them as well. Every single tournament, though, they are expected to be either favorites or co-favorites going into it. So it's like, it's gonna be fun to watch, but at the same time, we might get one of these dark horses like Man City. The door has been opened because of K-Corp for Europe to get a 5th team there, and we've seen teams when they barely make it to a World Championship, and that's out of Europe. Normally, they find ways to make runs. Man City could be one of those teams, but it's a growing process for the rest of the year.
Yeah, Man City redacted grand final. You heard it here first. The battle of these teams and these players that have looked like they're almost there, and they finally get their perfect trio, and they play a particular brand of Rocket League. That'd be an interesting matchup as well, Man City versus Redacted, because it would be all attack versus all defense, all mechanics versus goal line heroics. I'll be looking forward to seeing that one. But there is still a match ongoing here. It's Karmine Corp currently 3-2 up against Manchester City, and looking good at times. Karmine Corp looking like their old selves, but overall, I'd say this has been sort of a C+ performance from Karmine Corp, and when I say that, it's credit to Man City the way they're playing.
Yes, and when you say C+, that still means they're up 3-2, right? Because that's how good K-Corp is, right?
That's what I said, by their crazy standards is what I mean.
Yeah, but if they find space again, like if they make a Man City make those desperation saves, then they open up the door for their air dribble plays to turn those into passes. And here we go. Neo Tokyo Game 6, finally here.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone noticed, but we were actually filling for time a little bit there, me and Gibbs. So one in chat if you spotted it. And if
I just like to talk, so obviously I asked
Gibbs
for this.
Didn't even realise. Gibbs is like, it's only been.
I'm like, I'll find more numbers if you want. It's fine.
Well, Man City, can they hold their nerve? They come into this one with the momentum. They are losing in the series. As Yusi gets a lovely couple of touches, but Tempo is equal to it. Over the top of Vatira, nearly. Vatira went up early for that one, and Tempo could have got over the top of him.
It's going to be interesting. We'll see what Man City can do in this midfield game. So far, holding pretty strong tempo with a great dunk. Atto's going to make it clear. He does well, and Acro cannot get around it. So Atto will get the ball onto the orange half. Edgeby, though, to his teammate. Nice little fake there by Acro to throw it against the wall. And Man City beating out players in the midfield is a good sign to keep possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting Game 7 vibes from this one. Certainly, I would not be surprised at all if Man City are able to take this one here on Neo Tokyo. Tempo's touch, though, was... I mean, it actually worked out very well. I'm not sure if he meant to tee that one up towards Acro in front of his own goal line. Morgan played for Karmine Corp. Tempo in a little bit of trouble. And Acro gets in there to take that boost ahead of him as well. So, Man City just about hold out on their reserves. But not looking quite as clean as they were in the last game.
Yeah, just back and forth we go, though, so I think this is what Man City would like, but Ato's got some space, doesn't have enough boost, though, to make anything happen with it, so Man City will turn it away. Playing a little bit of defense. Vatira's all the way in the back corner, is going to have to challenge early. Instead, he waits for Ato, so he gets a free ball and a free aerial dribble, and this is always dangerous, off the ceiling, looking for the pass, waits till the last moment for the flip reset. Juicy tries to get it to Ato, but Man City holds their nerve and holds serve.
HB's got nothing now, though. Maybe it seems that Karmine Corp are able to just pull away at the strings, the threads of the Man City t-shirt one by one to see it unravel. But Tempo is able to at least get something on target for them. Good touch from Vatira to set up himself. Acro's in front of him. They go for the bump. Vatira wriggles it home. And Karmine Corp, are they on the home stretch?
K-Corp kind of on the back foot, and Vatira's like, I'll just 3v1. That is perfectly fine. I love that first touch to bring the ball in midfield. There was a defender on the wall ready to challenge him, and then he beats two in net. Vatira, take it over.
Karmine Corp will be looking to extend that lead as soon as possible. Man City will still have gaps potentially in the Karmine Corp defense to aim for if they can get hold of the ball, but Karmine Corp will be expecting to double this lead and see this one away from here as Acro takes a clean touch there. Follows it up, tempts Ato in. Ato's going pretty much nowhere with that one, but Vatira and Juicy are behind him, and then in the end, Ato does get a bump on Edgeby. Vatira lets in Juicy. Nice to see these two on the same wavelength already as a team. I mean, we talked about Juicy individually, but even as a trio, he is so comfortable at the moment with Vatira and Ato. So they've been playing together for years.
Oh, absolutely. And it's great when you have a teammate like Ato who's just being aggressive and looking for bumps. He's like, I'm just going to hunt him down like upfield with zero boost. I don't care. I'm just going to try and disrupt this defense. That's how much they respect. Like K-Corp, they can play a two-man defense with Vatira plus Juicy just because they know. Like Ato's like, I don't care. I don't need boost. I just want to disrupt this defense. Didn't work out there. Man City was bumped a bit, but they still had 100 boost so they can make up plays. And we're getting late into this game with just a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, Acro, big clearance. Karmine Corp won't mind that though, not with Ato back with 100. He's actually got a chance to do something here until there's a double pre-jump there. Tempo and Acro, that's more like it from Man City. Edgeby isn't able to follow it up completely. Ato gets the touch there above his own goal. Acro towards the side for Tempo, and it looks like the attack's going to come to nothing though from Man City. But incredibly brave pre-jumping from them.
Oh, I love their pass in there. It just turned into just one slight bump on Edgeby. Going for that double tap was all they needed to just go away. Like if he could have avoided that somehow, they would have had a shot, but they kept the pressure up anyway. And Tempo, he slots it top left.
He had to get the shot perfect at Tempo, and that's exactly what he did. It's tough from that angle, saved his dodge, used it well. And when you got Vatira in the goal, you know it has to be precise.
And that was a goal out of nowhere. Everyone's like, all right, Ato's gonna bring it up the wall. It was a little bit of an errant touch because it was a challenge. And Tempo just makes the most out of that, an angle that felt impossible, and he gets it done.
Acro is underneath this one. And he's getting KC back to their own half again. Edgeby already in the air. Acro uses all of his boost to get that one as far forward as possible. Man City smelling blood right now, but they have to keep this balance up. Edgeby has 100. So as far as he can. Vatira gets it high. Juicy should be able to win this one cleanly. Gets it downwards. Edgeby on the backboard. Good positioning here from Man City. Karmine Corp will have to do a little bit more than this if they are able to break through Manchester City, and they'll be incredibly happy with how this game has gone, unless Ato scores. No, he doesn't! Saved by Acro, who gets it as far as Tempo. Now Tempo has a chance to go underneath Juicy. Acro follows up, and Acro scores it, Gibbs!
No way.
Man City, this is classy defense.
Game
Acro
7.
with the save. Not only was it a save, he passes it to Tempo, who's got full boost, brings it all the way down the field, which turns into a pass back to Acro. Man City 30 seconds away from going to Champions Field.
And they are making Karmine Corp look very normal right about now, but Juicy's trying to change that. He wants to go over the top of Edgeby, does so. Tempo coming in front of his own goal, gets to the side. Acro has to keep the 20 boosters that he's got. It's only as good enough to get a challenge on Ato. Karmine Corp getting way too many clean touches in the Man City half. Man City, their hearts will be beating faster and faster. 10 seconds left now.
It's all or nothing now for K-Corp.
Okay.
Will they send the house? Vatira's got a little bit of space going for the aerial bump, but he gets bumped back, hits the ball.
Oh.
So Atto, with a full
Over one.
boost tank, doesn't get the touch he
This
wants.
time only
Acro,
got
big clear,
okay.
Juicy, keeping it alive, but no, he cannot. And Man
Game
City
7.
has forced Game 7.
Now the Karmine Corp take another tactical timeout after everyone's been waiting around for a few minutes. I imagine that they will, but there is an argument they might just want to roll straight into the next game. They might want to get this one over with here and now. I'm looking at the chat, and so far, Gibbs, I've seen nothing. If Karmine Corp don't take their tactical timeout, would you hate that?
No, I feel like they got what they needed to out of that last long break. And again, it's K-Corp, so we'll see. But K-Corp. No timeout for K-Corp. We get the official word here, and again, Man City, they get outshot. This is their game plan. Get outshot, but convert your chances, and they get it done.
That is utterly ridiculous. Not just outshot, 7 shots for Karmine Corp and 4 for Man City. HB didn't have any. He did get an assist, but didn't even attempt to roll that ball towards the Karmine Corp net. But look at these air dribbles. I mean, just volleys forward. And this shot from Acro Gibbs, that is not an easy finish.
Not at all. And also Tempo, it was like an awkward pass. He didn't really do a lot with the aerial dribble, but it was the perfect play. Like, everyone at KC was expecting something, and he's like, nah, I'm just going to leave it and let it bounce off my hood. Vatira was confused, so he went for the first challenge. It allowed that door to open for Acro. But again, this is the Man City playbook. Here we go, Champions Field.
All right.
Yeah, here we go then.
Well,
This is
Man City
where it
actually
ends.
wins
Karmine
this.
Corp,
I'm going
the winners of the kickoff LAN, might be about to go out in EU Open number 2, and Man City, after their heartbreak in Copenhagen, can they fix it with the best possible tonic, making it into the top 6
If they win
against
this,
EU's
they're
undisputed
heartbreaking
number 1
nothing.
team? Well, it might be disputed after this one, depending on how this final game is going to go, as Atto takes a clean touch. He's got Tempo and HB in front of him. Vatira in the middle. Vatira was trying to make out like he wanted that ball. Atto only had eyes for the goal. Karmine Corp starting Game 7 the better, Gibbs.
Yeah, Game 7, though, is where I expect Atto to do something crazy. Like, we saw the top 5 plays out of the kickoff LAN. Atto was everywhere, making a highlight reel after highlight reel. So, Acro with an awkward save somehow pops it up to a teammate in Tempo. A quick double tap, but Juicy, throw it on net. The physical play comes out by Atto, finally connects on a demo, but it did not matter yet, and Acro will get the clear.
Yeah, so close. Karmine Corp gonna have to keep on coming though. Atto wants to get that ceiling pitch near there. Vatira onto the back wall. Karmine Corp looking likely to snap. Still pulling at those threads of Man City. Juicy's blick though is pretty poor, to be honest, and Tempo tackles him just as Atto in his way. Atto does okay to wriggle the way out of that edge of a bump. Man City, we've said it before, Gibbs, the counter was almost so effective, still might be. Tempo leaves it for Acro, but it's wide.
Just wide. Man City had it. They had their moment. They couldn't capitalize, but still, 0-0, 3.5 left.
Tempo takes a touch into the center. Acro's already up for it. Man City showing even more signs of life. Playing much closer to their best now. Tempo pushes it forwards. But Vatira's waiting, has to dodge his way forward and use a lot of boost just to get that ball in the Man City corner. Man City will not fear having the ball in their own half. Acro's able to take the ball away. Juicy thought about catching it. Instead, gets himself to the ceiling. He loves going from here and getting a flip reset. Instead, it's just the reset from the ceiling. But does let Karmine Corp in. But again, more positive defending there from Man City. They attack Karmine Corp so quickly when they have ball possession. Here comes Tempo, wants the final touch, but Juicy doesn't let him have it. Edgeby onto the backboard. Acro's coming up. It's going to be Edgeby again. Saved by Atto.
I thought Acro would go for the harder double tap there, but he gets turned away by his teammate. But Tempo, he had 100 boost on defense again, made a great aerial dribble play to beat some members to get onto the offense. That's what it's about for Tempo. Have 100 and get space and make something happen. Here he goes again. Let's see what he can do.
Whoa.
Some ground game coming out, but Atto will win the possession back.
Gets it as far as Tempo wins the 50-50. Edgeby might be able to beat his opponent here, and he does. Tempo can catch this one. One more with Juicy. Tries to flick it over the top of him. He tried that earlier. This time it works out. Acro gets the finish.
No way, Man City
Tempo's
actually
had
wins
space
this.
all throughout this
way,
match
Man
and
City
finally
actually
makes
wins this.
something work here. Juicy on a 100 boost has to just wait, and Acro again with the pass no one expects at a Tempo off that near side wall. It was the same thing on Neo Tokyo, and Acro again with a huge finish.
Yeah, the same combination, the same angle. An easier finish that time, but just as impactful, maybe even more so. Vatira Has to get this one over the top. In comes Juicy. It's 1-1 just like that.
That felt a little too easy for the counterattack. Like, but we see Vatira here. He's got all the space in the world, and he's on the front third of the map. Juicy comes in with the easy finish. Atto was hunting for some bumps, but there was time for one member of Man City to come out. They had the boost, but no one challenged it. You have to challenge K-Corp or they'll make you pay.
Acro wins this one cleanly though. He's got it almost flip resets it over the top of Vatira, who's bashed back to his own back wall. Tempo, a couple of touches. Vatira in a little bit of trouble here. Edgeby can't get the finish. Tempo might be able to, doesn't connect though. That surely would have been in Gibbs and only he touched it.
Tempo just had to jump immediately and try and read the angle. Didn't have any boost there, but he just barely misses out, and K-Corp survives. Now on the offensive side, we'll see if Juicy can feed this ball to Atto. He does. Atto will just keep this going, probably look for some bumps on his way out. So Vatira has the third man. He's gonna just try and beat two members again. Cannot do it. Man City, Holden, low boost. So Acro on the back wall has boost, makes an awkward play. He almost gets the goal. Tempo clears it out. They survive.
How on earth do two players at the near post go for the ball, miss, and still get away with it? Man City living a charmed life. Juicy has the flip reset this time, wants to get the bump on Tempo, instead just gets it past him. He and Edgeby getting in each other's way. Surely this is Karmine Corp's time to strike. Surely they keep on attacking, but Acro gets it away.
Man City panic on defense, but you expect that. It's game 7, everything is on the line, but K-Corp cannot capitalize. 1-1, less than a minute left. We're entering golden goal territory soon.
Yeah, Tempo has asked a serious question of Edgeby right there. But Edgeby had the answer, edgeable it all the way, and Acro almost prodded it over the top of Juicy. Karmine Corp coming in, it's too high for Juicy this time.
Juicy crept forward, didn't go for the pass in the midfield, so that's why that ball went over his head, but a huge clear, and Edgeby's got to make a touch. Half a minute left. All tied up. Edgeby, can he get this ball out? They desperately need some offense going here. Juicy in the midfield will turn it away. Tempo, though, trying for a quick double tap. Atto is there to meet it.
Yeah, Tempo went for the skim. Didn't quite happen. Overtime is beckoning. Game 7 OT. Unless Atto's just going to win it.
No way. No way.
Seconds left from nothing.
What an upset.
Everyone at Man City, Acro is just moving upfield, expecting a pass.
What an upset.
Edgeby
5
trying to
seconds
play
left.
it slow. There was also a demo off screen, but it's wide open after the
What an
slow defense
upset,
by Man
dude.
City. They crept forward just a bit too much.
Nah, Karmine, it's Karmine Corp. It's Karmine Corp.
Tempo has no boost either.
No way.
You can just let this one die.
No way.
Yep. Kill it himself.
That's crazy.
And Karmine Corp
That's
once
actually
more
crazy.
find a way to win an epic
What an
7
upset, dude.
games of Rocket League that had everything.
That's crazy.
KC were inevitable? Is that the word that was used earlier, Gibbs?
The final boss
That's insane.
had 1 health left.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
when the panic will set
Wow.
in. When you're trying to just win it. I think it might have been just Acro
Yeah.
jumping field, or maybe Edgeby not hitting him with the pass. Man
I
City
think he's
also had to
putting
play some
on my
panic
head,
defense in
like
that
that
game, but
too, dude.
they
Like,
got bailed
wow.
out time and time again.
That's
But
insane.
cool, calm, and collected. KC find a way to get the win.
And you just know as well that Karmine Corp, who have left their opponents absolutely devastated, are going to improve and improve and improve and probably dominate the semi-finals, probably win the finals. You know, it's a team that when they do get through those missteps, they just improve.
But at the same time, Man City learned experience yet again. Some brutal losses the last 2 times we've seen them on the big stage. But they will find a way. But K-Corp is moving on in the bracket, and we have tons more European action to get to. So we'll see you right after the break.
That's crazy. Alright, well, I don't know if I'm gonna...
There's a reason they don't call them clean bikes, am I right?
But I'm gonna go make some breakfast, because
Dirt
I'm
bike.
hungry.
Gas stations. Whew.
You gotta start at the top and work your way down. You want me to do yours next? Oh, you're from Oklahoma.
They have to fill the silence.
The bathroom code's 9914.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Look at this hot rodder!
into a stream and I still smell Unstoppable. Have you tried Unstoppable's scent boosters? Unstoppables is my laundry power-up for 24-hour non-stop freshness, so now I can confidently smell fresh from all-day streams to IRL game nights. Level up your laundry game.
The new Wegovy pill is now available through Weight Watchers. Finally, powerful GLP-1 results in a simple pill at the lowest price available. Get doctor support, personalized nutrition programs, and side effect management, all in one place.
I can't imagine being on a GLP-1 without Weight Watchers.
And Weight Watchers handles the insurance for you and offers affordable cash pay options. See if you qualify for the Wegovy pill at weightwatchers.com/TV.
The road can be a wild place. There are all kinds of drivers out there. That's why Progressive Snapshot personalizes your insurance rate based on your driving. So you're not stuck paying for someone else's mistakes. What? Is there something wrong with my hair?
Howdy, Roadrunner. You're very fast.
Well, I drink Red Bull.
But you do realize...
Yes, Red Bull gives you wings, but, I'm scared of heights.
Oops.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Red Bull Zero. Zero sugar, 100% wings with monk fruit extract. Tried it yet?
What a hotel. Right? And only $250 a night for my favorite site. What?
You didn't check Trivago.
I got mine for $155. You have to check Trivago.
Oh yeah? Prove it.
On Trivago, you can compare hotel prices from multiple different sites.
Even your favorite one.
Look, same hotel, $100 less.
You didn't check Trivago?
I didn't check Trivago.
Check Trivago to compare prices and save up to 40%. Hotel? Trivago.
Hey, did you know that kid is vaping the same toxic chemical that's used in taxidermy? Formaldehyde?
Formaldehyde.
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 Formaldehyde. Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde.
Maybelline New York. New Lash Sensational Body Mascara. Sensational full body lashes with buildable volume and 24-hour lift. And breakthrough body curve brush.
See?
New Lash Sensational Body Mascara.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Don't you hang up again, baby. I just can't be alone tonight. Don't you hang up again, baby. I just can't be alone tonight. Ticking like a bomb, falling in motion, center of the stage, hoping that we'll be right. Back again. Don't you hang up again, baby. I just can't be alone tonight. Don't you hang up again, baby. I just can't be alone tonight.
Maybe a longer series than K-Corp would have wanted for. Man City disappointed at the end result, but they have to be proud that they at least kept the series that close. But their journey has ended as K-Corp, the Blue Wall, moves on through that lower bracket. Welcome back to the Rocket League Championship Series. I'm Alif, CJ, and Cole joining me on the desk this time around. Cole, did we expect the series to I mean, timeouts or the tech issues aside, did we expect it to be that long?
No, I don't think so. Even when Man City got game 2, it seemed like it was unsustainable, and then 3-1 to Karmine Corp, you're thinking this is looking pretty comfortable. But Man City, CJ, they're such a tough team to beat. Like, you know, even in the kickoff, you needed a best of 7 reverse sweep against them. They made themselves difficult to get past.
They're a tough team to support as well, I'd say. That's back-to-back in a way, Game 7s. We saw at the kickoff land, the Game 7 scenario, the missed shots, and it's another heartbreaking goal in the to lose the series against Karmine Corp. But I mean, they look so good as well. I love their play style. I love what they bring. They're never out of the game as well. We saw that in this series, 3-1 down, but they just can't get the job done when it matters.
Yeah, I guess what is it maybe that causes the team to fall short, CJ, in your eyes? Like, what was it maybe that small missing piece that didn't let them finish out the series?
Probably just champ field buff for Vatira, I'd say. There's something about when he gets to a Game 7, it's unbelievable. And I think you're just seeing the experience, pay off when the pressure's at its highest. These guys have been in that situation before, whereas you look at Tempo, Acro, Edgebeer, they haven't quite been to the pointy end of tournaments, international events, things like that, Cole. So I think that's kind of what you see in Game 7.
Yeah, you're getting more and more used to it, and we're getting more used to seeing them there, but you can see the anguish on them, the reactions after losing that one. You can see how much that it means to Man City. I mean, you say that they're a tough team to support. I know what you mean. You mean that it's difficult to keep seeing people that you like and root for lose in agonizing fashion, but I think reactions like that make it a lot easier for people to sort of really root for these guys to do well and have their moment. And Man City Leaf are looking like a team that are capable of having a big moment at some point.
No, absolutely. I mean, this is what I say, despite the disappointment, like that does suck. Like you don't want to lose and be out of the tournament now, especially so early on. There's so much riding on it. It's the pride, it's your own gameplay, the people backing you. But it was against K-Corp, and you still have to walk away with something of a positive of that series. Like if this was a grand finals, well, again, you want to win it. That's still not a bad number to see on the scoreboard, Cole.
Yeah, I mean, so we've just had a stat come in from Direct, our statistician, that Man City have already lost 3 Game 7s, 2 of which are against Karmine Corp. And across all of last season, the most Game 7s played in by a team in EU in one open was 3, or one split was 3. Man City have already had that. So they're getting so used to these and more pain. Hopefully one day they will have their win.
Yeah, again, hopefully it gets closer and closer until they do topple over the top there and get a dub, as you just said. But we have to keep toppling forward in the day and continue on to our next series here. Let's hope it's not a topple. Let's hope these are good matches. But up next is going to be Magnifico versus Team Vitality. Magnifico, the team we've been talking about a lot here, CJ. They had a solid run out of yesterday. They started to take the numbers off of some of the top-ranked teams here. Now their next target is Team Vitality.
Yeah, and a team that started the event a couple points below Man City as well. So just seeing them get knocked out, what an opportunity now for Magnifico in the upper bracket. Guaranteed a top 6, guaranteed champ Sunday, but a chance to get top 4 out of today's match. So that'll really put them right up there, Cole, in the standings. That's where you want to be. I know there's 5 spots now for Europe, thanks to Karmine Corp. Team that
I mean,
lose to, but you want to be up there.
Speaking of Karmine Corp as well, the loser of this will face Karmine Corp. So you're trying to dodge KC, Leaf, who we all assume are going to keep improving throughout this sort of knockout stage that we're now in. So if Magnifico can do that one, they'll be happy as Larry, but there's Vitality as well.
Yeah, well, also GK Esports, gentlemen, so I want to let you know, will be the last match. They play Ninjas in Pajamas then. I'm glad you figured out the bracket because we were trying to sort that out before who goes where. Our last match of the day, that'll also be a good match, so make sure you guys are staying tuned in. A reminder that you do have that crowd cam. I think I saw it pinned in the Twitch chat too. If you want to go and check out the side view there and get a wider perspective on what's going on, if you're trying to get a grasp on how these players move so fast now. Sometimes it's hard to follow, and that can give you another perspective on it that lets you follow a little bit closer if you're slow like me. But let's start talking about this matchup here in a little more depth. Magnifico versus Team Vitality. You just said it, Colt. Team Vitality. That's not going to be an easy matchup, but we've also seen some falters from them. This roster itself seems to, Cole, have a bit of a warm-up period needing based off what we saw in the kickoff there.
Yeah, I mean, they've not been perfect so far this season. There's been a lot of question marks over that man right there, Exotic. He's always the player that seems to be in the public's crosshairs. But he had some really good moments in the kickoff round, and he looked a lot more like himself until, of course, Team Vitality went out. But, another semi-finals place, another period of progress. And bringing in Stizzy, CJ, he's a player that improved as the season went on last season. He earned his way into an org the size of Team Vitality.
Yeah, they're warming up. I mean, you say they've not been perfect, but they've been pretty much perfect this event. They've only got one game for the entire tournament. That was the Gentlemates, and 3-0s. Outside of that, the group stage was pretty easy for them. 3-0 BSK got them to this point as well. Stizzy still acclimatizing Zen using his the grip strength, just warming up their hands there, which is good to see. Unusual. Haven't seen many pros.
What do you think? Use
that device?
Who do you think? I bet you they all into some sort of arm workouts, like for the tendons in your arm. Like, you got to keep those. You can
get injured from the amount they play. You can get injuries. We've had Rise, who injured his wrist a few years ago. I think there's been other players as well who've had it. So actually,
Garrett used to have hand wrist problems. Yes. Yep.
So it definitely makes sense to keep strong in that sense. So well done, Zen. I hope that does usher in a new era for these players.
Yeah, you want to make sure those muscles. That goes all you gamers too. Make sure you're stretching.
Yes.
You got long play sessions. Keep those fingers pulled back. Stretch them out.
I think Exotic as well. He's kind of, I don't know if he's actively dealing with or has been at the start of the season, but yeah, a few injuries of his own as well. So maybe it's just a team-wide thing to try and a bit more injury prevention work. Good to see.
Yeah, it is. Well, progressive fan vote is up. Who's going to take it? Magnifico, are they going to be able to continue that run, or is Vitality going to have things together? It's been a bit of time now. They've had that time to lock it in, figure out what they need to do. I believe in that roster. I mean, that is a strong roster on paper. Realistically, they should be able to start bringing things around. So the question is, which way do we think it's going to go? I guess I'll just start off since I'm talking right now. Vitality is going to be my pick. I believe, as I just said in the paper, that in the long run they should come through, and we've had that break. I'm excited to see them now. Still have a second life if they don't win it, but I think they'll take it today, CJ.
Yeah, look, we've spent probably the whole pre-game talking about Vitality. With Magnifico, the form team and the hype team of the weekend so far. They've taken down KC, they've taken down NIP. The question is, can they keep it going? I'm going to lean to Vitality just because it's Vitality, but Magnifico could definitely kick that form up. Okay. I'm not fully in it. I'm not happy with this.
Okay.
I know it's a boring answer, but I'll go Vitality as well. Magnifico certainly have a chance. Anybody rooting for them, this is by no means a gimme for Vitality, so make sure you make lots of noise in chat if you want Magnifico to win this one. And we've already seen from some of the save you made yesterday, Leaf. They've got potential. They've got look at that.
Yeah, I think that's the closest one we've had all day. I did see someone saying something about when we were doing our predictions for world champions, a recency bias for us analysts. I think this should prove that's not true, because otherwise we would go in Magnifico. We need proof, and maybe it can happen right here, right now. Magnifico on a fantastic run, but the question is, can they continue taking down the top ranks, or has their time run out? It's Vitality on the other side. Let's get into some more Rocket League.
Well, the race for that 5th spot continues to heat up. With Man City being eliminated, Gibbs, it means that there's a massive opportunity for teams like Magnifico to try and sneak into the top 5. A win here puts them equal on 8 points at a minimum. A loss means that there's work to do tomorrow against KC. Game 1 brought to you by Progressive.
But Vitality coming in as the hottest team after yesterday. 23 goals, and they only gave up 5. So Vitality has been so dominant. And yes, maybe they're not a top 2 team in Europe right now, but honestly, they've only lost to Ninjas in Pajamas and K-Corp so far this season. They beat the Mates twice. What more do you want them to do? Vitality is looking to show it here today and get to the top 4 spot.
Yeah, Vitality really does feel like there is one boogeyman for them. The rest of Europe is beatable, and that boogeyman is in the lower bracket for whoever loses this. KC waiting. Magnifico, I'm sure they don't want to have to try and prove their point that they can beat KC twice. Get the win here. Go for in the upper bracket.
But Magnifico, too, like, they've had one of the greatest runs ever. They took down Novo in the 2-2 round in Swiss, top 32. That were a top 14 in European Open 1. Took down K-Corp, who won it. They took down Ninjas and Pajamas, who made it to the grand finals. Vitality is the other top 14 from EU Open 1. And I don't think that's ever been done before. You beat all four back to back to back. But Stizzy will open up the scoring, and Zen is the one who pushes it forward. But Razier's bad touch. Exotic with a good challenge, and Stizzy's there to clean it up.
Yeah, Razier's had the right idea. Bad execution. Maybe a little bit lighter so he can at least get a decent 50 after the fact. I tell you, that is the perfect start. And again, Zen, we might just have the first time shot. Leaves it for Exotic, 2-0.
The kickoffs are going to play a factor, and Magnifico, not a high-powered offense on the squad. They only put up 1.56 goals per game yesterday, but they had very tough competition in K-Corp. And Ninjas Pajamas being down 2 early on is going to be a tall order for them to come back in this game.
Magnifico looks like they're committed to the idea that Zen might be faking. Razier's all sorts of out of shape. It's been a tough start here for Razier's. Got some more bumps going on. A little bit too far forward. Atomic called into action. Razier's again just being hassled, being harried. Not being allowed to settle down in game 1 just yet. But here's a demo. Stizzy on the goal line. Gets bumped and it should have been in. Exotic's done so well, but he can't get a second save. And we have got a goal fest to start us off in game 1.
What a play here. The physical play coming out of Exotic made a fantastic save, but you can't expect him to make another one. Atomic finally finishes it off. Magnifico, great job there. I do expect Shogun, though, to see very similar to what we saw last match. Magnifico probably going to be on defense a lot versus a high-powered Vitality offense. It just comes down to, can you capitalize on these moments? So far, they're showing good.
Yeah, Vitality have got a bit of a history of allowing themselves to concede against, one-attack wonders.
Yeah.
When you've got the siege going on, when you've got Zen stuck in defense, it's so hard to break them down. But if you can get them to panic, and trust me, this team is not beyond the panic. Vitality can be vulnerable. Good clear to start. Razier straight into Zen, who's got a little bit of boost. Wants the wave dash. Realizes rather quickly that Tox had his number. And Exotic has called for the Diaz. Let's see what he's got. Challenged very early.
And we've seen that, and we've talked about it like in the green rooms too. Vitality's one of those teams. They're so talented, but they give up weird freebie goals more than any of the other top teams. So Magnifico, we'll have to look out for that. Be patient on defense and wait for it. Some physical play coming out by Tox, but Stizzy will make the save and get the clear out. Tox, though, he's got the full 100, tries to throw it on net, just a bit wide.
Yeah, just a little bit of a wakey to Zen, who almost got caught searching for boost. He did a great job 20 seconds ago, just shrugging off a few challenges to his own car before heading towards the ball itself. Zen's waiting. Good challenge. That's now going to be Stizzy's to try and chase after. Atomic's got a little bit of time. Gets wiped out for his troubles. Exotic spots the resist, not the immediate challenge. Goes backboard, and what a bump that is. Gives Razier's the time he needs.
And Razier's also, he avoided a bump as well, just back into his net to allow for the easy save. But Zen, midfield with 100, he's up in the air. Let's see what he can do. All three members jump. Atomic with the save, it's awkward, and this is how it happens. Zen has space and time. It makes all three members respect the shots, but the ball falls flat right in front of the net for Stizzy to secure it.
That's so harsh to Atomic. He thinks he's done the right job. He thinks he's got it close to the ball. He did, but it bounced off straight into his own car.
But the issue was all three members jumped for that save as well. Yeah. You gotta send only one, but I get it. It is Zen. He's in the air. You gotta respect it.
Yeah, the issue is that, well, the problem started 5 seconds ago when Zen had boost in the ball. Yeah, you've got to try and react to it. Exotic on the way up. That's a Stizzy, and to avoid his teammate, so he's going to go the long way round. Zen's on his way. And now it's starting to become a lot more of the sort of game that you were expecting, Gibbs, where it's reactionary now from Magnifico. They need to try and spot a way out of this, or this 2-goal lead might be too much.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. They have to find a way to keep the ball on the orange side of the field, but they haven't done so here. Exotic with low boost, trying to make a play by himself. Makes one man miss, but Atomic will get the save, but leads it to Zen with full boost yet again, but Razier's great play to challenge him early.
Exotic's had a fantastic game 1 so far. Unlucky for the one goal that they conceded, as it did bounce off him. But every other time he's been called into action, he has done very well. Zen, backboard, hasn't got the boost to continue. Raziers, oh, that was certainly dangerous. Was very low on boost. Had to sort of make the judgment call. His judgment was correct. But Magnifico, if you had the scoreboard covered up, you would not be able to tell which team is down by 2.
But they're back on the blue side a ton. No scoring opportunities yet, and that's, you have to capitalize on your chances. There is no chances right now. Vitality just playing that midfield game, knowing that they can just waste this clock down. Only 20 left now. Vitality with that 2-goal lead should secure game 1.
Yeah, hopefully no more of the old Vitality where things get nervy. Or we could, as Tox is a little bit too far forward and Atomic's low boost, so Vitality, they tried to do it to themselves again. But the boost toll was just denied Magnifico, and game 1 goes to the Hive.
Vitality looking good. I would pull my hair out, like if I was the coach at times on defense when they do have those panicky plays. You don't want to give any of these teams a chance to get back into a match, but they prevail with a somewhat clean 2-goal win in game 1.
Yeah, again, for me, Exotic was the difference maker. A little bit behind the scenes as well, as Atomic has just left the lobby, so he's off to go and get a different looking Fennec, I most likely believe.
But Magnifico, yeah, I feel like they played well at times, but the problem was the ball's just on their side of the field all of the time, so it's very difficult when you do make those small mistakes or you allow a kickoff goal to happen, which was huge for Vitality. It's going to be very difficult to come back.
I mean, I still feel like that third goal was harsh, but also I feel like Exotic deserved it because the goal against him was save and then bounced into him to set up for Magnifico. So yeah, tough. Very good for Vitality. Again, old issues sort of flaring up, not punished for it, but obviously we're looking at a very critical eye at a team that has beat everybody apart from the team waiting for them in that lower part of the bracket. So just to set the scene for you as well, obviously no one that loses this is eliminated from the tournament. Instead, you are dropped down to the lower bracket to take on KC. The big important thing for though is that top 5 spots. A spot that, well, Vitality will feel pretty comfortable about right now, but Magnifico are 2 points back. 2 points that they would gain just by winning this.
No, so actually, they are tied because they already have the 2 points because they're top 6.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
So they are tied right now for the 5th spot.
City?
Yes. So every point matters, though, and you want to get the wins now. You don't want to fall to that lower bracket. Just get whatever you can done. But it is very difficult. Vitality, they have a magnifying glass on them because they're Vitality. Everyone expects them.
Because they're not supposed to be qualifying. They're supposed to be winning.
Yeah, like everyone expects them with Zen to be one of the best in the world, but they're just not there yet. So I think there's still a little bit there to work on, but that's why they have that magnifying glass on them. Like we just saw K-Corp go to Game 7, but that magnifying glass is not on K-Corp because they also win, right? Vitality hasn't done that for a very long time at this point, so we'll see what they can do. But so far, Game 1 I think was pretty comfortable for them.
With a better start here from Magnifico, who didn't start necessarily poorly in the last game either. Just saw it drift away from them as Raziers goes for it, gets a good enough touch, doesn't own goal. That's better than 90% of those that I've seen. As Exotic as well, he's off for his own. I think Exotic really wants this backboard play, and I'll tell you what, he's not done half bad with it.
He's had plenty of opportunities where he's had space with the ball, and he's been very patient with them and making sure that the ball then goes into the blue half and they control possession. So Exotic, as you said, that first game did very well with the ball. Here he goes up again for the flip reset, but gets challenged early.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too obvious now. A couple of 50s in there as well, spread it out. Set up play for Raziers. 2 players have gone again. The Vitality special, double commit. Still make sure the ball doesn't go into your net. It's Dizzy now. Good first touch. Straight out to Raziers. No one really around, but it's a loose ball for the time being, and boost totals are not looking great at the moment. Exotic's got a little bit, and Exotic's the one on the ball. I just didn't know what he wanted to do with it.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to waste time at that point, but he probably could have made it be a little bit more aggressive to try for a scoring opportunity. But there he is, midfield, going for the shot. And Atomic will turn it away. Great defensive performance yesterday versus K-Corp, showing up here again.
Zen on the reset, gonna look for the 50. Fox having absolutely none of it. Swatted out of his hands, and are they out of position? Raziers recovers just in time. Exotic's now got Raziers in company. Zen, oh, that's asking a lot. Stizzy's fast, but he's not that quick.
He is good. But, here we go, a redirect, and Magnifico with the counterattack goal. Again, the playbook is there for Magnifico. Just get the counterattack, capitalize when you can. The demo comes out by Raziers into the touch. Exotic can't do anything about that. That was all Raziers, and Tox is there to finish.
Yeah, Exotic got completely caught out. I was on his camera. I don't think he knew anything about Raziers coming in from the blind spots. And the way he landed as well. Nose first. Guess what? No wheels over there. It means you can't go that fast. Great job again from Magnifico, but it's more of the story that we've sort of put here. Magnifico are likely not going to score from their third attempt. It'll be from the first. And that is the second goal. Vitality have seen this one slip.
So this play, I think, is definitely on Exotic. The last goal, at least he was like man number 2, and there was a demo but this time he's the only one back, and he's creeping up way too far forward there and allows the freebie that we talked about. Vitality likes to give up throughout a match. We'll see probably 2 or 3 of those. That cannot be happening.
Into the midfield. 2 players gone. Stizzy's got a bit of time, but the 100 does not spawn for him. Got to go ceiling instead, and that just doesn't quite catch the musty. Zen back out. Stizzy takes his time. First touch really sets this up, and this is awkward for everybody. As Atomic, steadfast at the moment on the goal line, not making mistakes.
Yep.
And getting very good blocks.
And Magnifico at this point just got to waste some time on this clock, and Raziers is doing good. He's always been there. Like, it's been close. There are times when his challenge comes a little bit too late for my liking, but he's been making a ton of saves or good plays off of them. Zen in the air, though, versus all 3. Stizzy there for the rebound. Cannot get the angle, so Exotic has to take over. Can he get the double tap down? He does! Stizzy off the floor! Zen will finish to bring it within 1.
All right, Stizzy, we'll let you off. It was a great pass. That's what we'll go with. He had a player low, he had a player high, and he managed to hit the ball even higher. The follow-up's there, and a very agonizing 58 seconds on the clock here for Magnifico, who need this game win, do not want to be going down 2-0 against a Vitality that have given you such great opportunities in this one. It won't keep happening in this series. You've got to make this count.
Yeah, this is the game they absolutely need, but Zen has other thoughts here. Exotic, the midfield to Stizzy, who plays it slow, was a little bit too close on the pass. Can't get done, but now Zen has another opportunity. The aerial bump comes out. Exotic will get the shot, and they left the door just a bit open for Vitality, and Vitality finds a way through.
Tox is going to be so upset with that one. Just panicked. He assumed somebody was right next to him. Popped it straight into Vitality's path. They've made them pay. Magnifico got to calm down now. It's gone, it's done. The 2-goal lead, Don't worry about it. You need a 1-goal lead. You've got to find it either here or in overtime. Zen on the way up. Oh, just didn't get the ceiling pinch that he was after. Atomic now on the way, but no boost for the follow.
Yeah, small mistake by Magnifico allowed Zen to have a chance, but he got a small mistake, so now it's countered back for Magnifico. 10 on the clock, and Magnifico is on the orange side of the field. Can Atomic get this pass down? He can. No one is there available to Raziers. Will he try to kill this ball or take it the full length of the field? He will go as far as he possibly can, but Zen is there to turn it away.
Yeah, Zen's having absolutely none of it. We've got overtime.
Must win. Must win for Magnifico.
Oh, yes. There's Atomic's on his way up. Nobody's challenging him. He's got a bit of time to set up. Oh, you're going to be punished for it. In comes Togs. You cannot be giving him that time.
Atomic all the time in the world, plus the demos come out, plus the bump on the goal line. And Magnifico gets gifted a goal a bit there, but they also made it work with the physical play. A must-win game for them, ties the series up.
Yeah, Atomic hit them with the failed reset. You've got different ideas. I might try and flip reset this. I might go for an airdrop. What if I just plopped off the ball? What is your response?
Not only that.
Go for it.
Yeah, so not only that, like Exotic was on the back wall to play defense, so he's avoiding bumps. because it took so incredibly long to happen, he finally goes and lands on the goal line, and Atomic's like, all right, I'm just gonna, tap you, and that's all I need to do here on that physical play. So I think Exotic had it right at first, but because the play took so long to develop, he finally just lands on the floor right in front of Atomic, who gets the bump. Magnifico found a way. They gave up a 2-goal lead, but they found a way back to take it.
I can't tell which of these two teams is not making it easy for themselves, but it's definitely both of them.
Yeah, for sure.
1-1. Atomic, great game 2, though. Sort of a reverse, though, for Exotic, who was my standout player in game 1. Sort of stood out for the wrong reasons in game 2. Time to switch it around, and a reminder to everybody as well that this game's pretty difficult to be consistent at, as we have just seen.
It's so hard, but that's, like if you want to be the top team in your region, especially Europe, you got to find that consistency somehow. That's what K-Corp has done for so long. Even when it's close, they find a way. But we'll see what comes out here. But again, Magnifico's on an incredible run. It's over at their last 3 matches, beating top 4 teams. Trying to do it here again, while Vitality is trying to get back to a top 4 spot. And Exotic will open up the score in here. Tons of pressure there by Vitality. Zen, when he's in the air, it made 2 members jump again. Turns into a quick challenge by Stizzy. Into the shot by Exotic.
Yeah, I really dislike how Magnifico played that. Just had Zen on the ball for ages, air dribbled the entire field, and then Magnifico, I think all of their members realized, well, somebody's got to challenge this at some point.
And then they all go.
And by then, the damage was already done.
Exactly, and that's the hard part right now for Magnifico. Feels like, yes, they have great defense at times, but when Zen's on the ball, it makes all 3 of them just a bit antsy. Send one earlier so Zen doesn't have that much time, and you'd be much better off.
Oh, what a play!
Yeah. Top. Never mind. Magnifico's great. Fantastic. Raziers gets space this time. Zen goes up for the challenge, but the pass comes out at Tox. So incredibly fast in the air, gets the goal.
How on earth has he found Tox? He's dead on to the goal line, and he gets the ball to flip right. That is unbelievable. Vitality still trying for different kickoff plays. Oh, Tox comes in from the blind spot. Zen somewhat caught out by a player that shot into his eyesight. Zen, power shot. Tox's low boost. It's quite the heat check. And he's done very well with it. Well done, Tox, for how much he had.
Well done there. Has 0, though, so can't get the clear, so Zen will take back over. It's getting interesting. Zen went for the demo on Raziers. He dodged it, though, and gets the clear. Well done by him.
Tox a little bit too far forward, so Stizzy turns. Up off the wall, bumped. Can't quite land on his wheels, otherwise he might be still able to make something of that. Zen's the only one back at the moment. Didn't really test him though, instead just lays it over to Stizzy. Both teams struggling to control the ball for long periods of time. It's back and forth. That's going to help out quite a bit. Atomic's on his way. He's against Stizzy. Stizzy had none of that. Just power towards it and get rid of the danger.
See if anyone challenges here. They challenge a little late, but Zen does well to read the fake into the Tox pass. Exotic beats his man, goes for the quick double, but Tox is there. Big save.
Yeah, that's a warning shot, Atomic. Do not do that again. That was so loose on the first touch. Atomic, who is currently sat at 20 points in this game, just has not found his footing. Raziers, reset. We've already seen what he can do once before. That's dangerous. Tox has got to it. Who's the next one up? Stizzy against Atomic, and it's Stizzy again. When it comes to defensive clears, is so fast.
But Tox has a chance here. He's got a lot of space with the double tap. Stizzy somehow the pre-jump save. Right place, right time.
Oh, I don't know how much he knew about it. He tried to get the initial touch. They're all over the place. Vitality could not capitalize off the original save. Stizzy puts it back into the middle. Zen tries to get there. He misreads it. 2-1.
And as much as we talk about Vitality and like usually it's not the fault of Zen, that play right there, he just complete misread and Exotic is just left on the back wall like, I got to save a point blank shot at this point. There's nothing I can do. So Zen, a bit of a misplay there. We'll give Magnifico another lead here. See if they can hold on.
This is a good spot. First time shot. There's Atomic. Oh, he does get bumped, but not before the blue car could get some contact. That one felt personal, Exotic. I'm not going to lie. That felt very, very mean. Zen off the ceiling. That's going to roll straight over to Stizzy, who just didn't find the angle that wouldn't hit Atomic's car. I think he sort of realized if he hits this full blast, it's not going to go the way he wants.
But Exotic will keep the ball on the blue side of the field. Zen now has some space. Will anyone challenge him early enough? It doesn't look like it matters. He ran out of boost on his attempt. And Magnifico will get the clear.
It does seem like Magnifico are just happy to let Zen air dribble. Even with what happened earlier. Oh, okay, Tox. Have a bit of that.
Why? Yeah, why not? Just, nice little corner pinch off his own goal to get the clear. That's one way to clear it.
Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Tox is on boom ball. You want to put this ball over here, it's going back into the orange side of the field. Exotic's on his way. No, leaves it for Zen. Tox is already at the back. I wonder, is he going to get over to this one? They might be needed to, as instead it is Atomic. Dares Stizzy to take the 50, and Stizzy does not take the dare.
Well, every boom ball is going to waste like 5 seconds on the clock, so maybe that's the way to play it. Atomic, boom it downfield. Just let Vitality have it and wait for that midfield challenge. We see it come out. Tox now has a little bit of space, but Exotic will meet him there. Zen on a full 100. He's going to try and beat Atomic on this side here, but Braziers will cut him off. Atomic cannot get the clear. Exotic versus Tox. Big win for Tox to get that ball out.
Tox's perma defense at the moment. The counter-attack earlier. I don't think Tox left his side of the field. As this might be a chance to up the ante. Tox now called in. Stizzy out to Tox. We have an open ball, actually, and this could be playable. Zen on the turn. That's so much power, but it's not very fast. Braziers will get rid of it. One final throw at this. Stizzy, has he got options? He's got Zen midfield. Wants the bump. Did find it, but Tox gets his way through. Exotic catches the ball, and Atomic goes to meet him.
The ball is still up, though. The midfield pass to Zen, who has no boost. Stizzy cannot get the touch, and Magnifico taking the series lead 2-1. Timeout also has
timeout called by Zen.
Woo! This is interesting.
That one is put in.
This Europe region getting spicy again. Magnifico. Yeah. We talk about this run, taking out 3 of the top 4 from EU Open 1. The only team left is Vitality, and right now they are taking it to them, putting this points race into a bit of a blender here as well. Because if Vitality lose, they have to play K-Corp, I believe.
Yeah, it's K-Corp down there.
And we know how that usually goes, so it's getting interesting.
Do you know what the current count is? I've lost it.
I don't know off the top of my head. I know it's a lot.
To count
that is true. I know it's over 10, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. No one wants to play K-Corp. This feels like it's top 4 or bounce out top 6. Obviously, they still have to play K-Corp. There's still a chance. But no one wants that match. We saw that in the highlights earlier, late in the pre-show, when it was GK versus Gentle Bench. That felt like a match must win because whoever lost had to play K-Corp. And guess who's still here? K-Corp. So this one's big. Vitality with the timeout have to figure it out right now. What are they saying, Shogun? Give me the words that are coming out of the coach's mouth right now.
I think they just need to be less predictable at the moment. There's one thing that I've noticed a lot, and that is I don't think I've seen Stizzy take the ball first time a single time he's been near it. Had a lot of it in games 1 and 2 where he had chances to maybe just put a shot on net and instead would slow it up. But I think if I was to point at one thing of just like, let's do less of this, Stizzy needs less soft touches all the time, because I do think he's now being swarmed every time he tries it.
And we talked about that with Exotic game 1. That was working, but then like game 2, it just really wasn't. It felt like Vitality is like, they're hoping that their aerial game can just beat out a Magnifico. And it's worked for Zen multiple times. And Magnifico, like, it only happens when Magnifico is flat-footed on defense and they wait too long to challenge. They were figuring that out more throughout that game with Braziers challenging early on a lot of plays. So they need that to continue for Magnifico's side, while Vitality has to find a way around that to then make them more panicky on defense again.
Yeah, it's not like Vitality are not getting space. I think they've just sort of been shocked by the amount of space that they've got, and the fact that they've not made much use of it. That's a good bump. But it's just, how do you follow this? What do you get next? Here's Zen, wants the blow, 50! That's a great block again by Tox. And that'll be the key here for Magnifico. They need Tox to stay at the current level. Dropped 650 points in the last game.
Yeah.
2 goals. I think it was 3 saves. And all of them were crucial. They need more of that.
Yeah, that first save was so good because, 1, you don't want to get dunked, but 2, you don't want to give up a good rebound. That ball flew above the net again, and there was no angle on a shot right away. So, great play there.
Oh,
Sonic!
Oh, dear.
He had the angle. He definitely could have made that shot, but it goes near post.
The problem is it bounced away as well, that nobody could follow it. Off the wall, Exotic has got options. Stizzy trying to get some bumps. Zen takes his time, could not afford to get dunked fully. Instead just lost the challenge. A bit messy on the breakaway here from Magnifico, but they're not challenged for a while. Exotic's got a bit of time. Tox on the goal line. He's going to be waiting for him, and it's not overly threatening. And that's kind of the way to describe it. Magnifico see the ball coming, and they're not threatened. Oh, that's bad from Atomic. Are they about to be punished for it? Exotic goes low, gets the player, and Stizzy finishes.
It just felt like mistakes on both sides of the field, but this one finally pays off. Exotic, great first touch into the bump, and Raziers can't do anything about that. That is a 2-on-1 that you do not want. But on both sides of the field, like Magnifico had a chance at a counterattack, and they bottled that when there was no boost on Vitality. So both sides, some mistakes happening. Tox will get the clear, but it might not be good enough. Exotic down to Stizzy. Atomic, huge save, but you don't want to be making those too often.
Yeah, this has been blown wide open. It's going to be, whether or not Vitality can settle this, it's now on them to settle the game. Magnifico want to keep it crazy, want to keep it wild. Give them the best chance to get another goal. Stizzy just taking advantage of the fact that there is very little bumps. Zen gets the Zen touch. Exotic. Well, are we going to go for a Diaz again? No, we're going to go around the world. Even he realizes that there was a player right behind him.
Yeah, just take a little bit of time, allow your teammates to get some boost and recollect your thoughts. Zen lay out to Exotic, and Raziers bad challenge there, so he's out of the play. We're just do a little bit of a 2v3 for a second, but nothing comes of it. And Tox, good challenge game in that corner to clear it out.
Exotic. Let's go a little bit late. Plenty of time to settle. Zen's going to claim the 100 and the ball. Off to try and create a little bit of magic. Who's going to try and challenge him? I just ran out of boost halfway. Didn't create any more than that. And again, Magnifico just happy to let it happen. Happy to let the play just sort of be a half play. And Zen won't have any trouble with that one.
Yeah, that's the only issue is that Magnifico, look, on some of these counterattacks, they're kind of just like forfeiting them and just giving the ball back and just throwing it deep. And at some point, they got to try and make something happen there. But for now, I think they're kind of happy it's a 1-goal game. Raziers here has a chance. Gets cleared away right away by Exotic, who will clear another one. And again, Tox maybe a little bit too much boom ball right now, where he's just trying to throw it deep.
It's going to be a difficult mindset to get yourself out of. Well, we need to just hold on to the 1-goal lead as Atomic gets saved, but they're going to need another one. 2 players went for it. There is a world that Magnifico might have got a miracle pinch. Doesn't quite happen. And those boost totals are not looking overly happy right now for Magnifico. Got to find some low 50s. Got to get some way of slowing the ball up. Raziers has got the 100s. And he's just going to slow this, find a way out. He's going to be needed again. Instead, Tox, oh, he's faked the original play. And he's happy that Raziers gets rid of it.
This is getting a little awkward for Magnifico. They do have to find a way to get back on the opposite side. They are down a goal. Finally, but the ball goes in this half, but Exotic immediately clears it out, and that might just leak into the net, but Raziers barely gets back in time to keep it out.
I think Raziers is going to get a little bit fed up of thinking that one play is happening. He's got caught in for another one. Eyes on both of them! The double nutmeg! You never see it! You see it today! Zen goes up, the ball goes down, and there's 2 players who have gone over the top of it.
And Zen is great. He is great. But we cannot have Magnifico having 2 members jump on every aerial dribble play by Zen. Zen makes them pay there, making the defense look silly. It's the Zen respect just taken too far. 1 member go at a time, please.
And we've seen it for a couple of goals already. Where it's not the fact that they're not going up to challenge, it's the fact that they're not going up to challenge. Oh my goodness, Exotic. Happy to see that whistle past the face of his car. It's the fact that they are realizing so late that nobody's not challenging, and it's always 2 players gone.
Always 2.
It needs to stop happening. As, oh, what a touch from Atomic, and Exotic gets rid of the danger, but it's not quite away just yet. Raziers wants the 50, gets it. Atomic there, just a little bit too late, and Tox has to save the play.
2 goals though, 10 on the clock. Raziers has to score here, going for the seal and pinch into something. Does not get the job done. Atomic, one last shot on net, and that will do it. Vitality tying back up this match. Magnifico just got to clean up that defense. But also, Vitality did such a good job in the midfield. The ball was on the blue side more times than not. Only 2 shots given up in that match, and they put on 15.
Yeah, that was the most complete performance now from Vitality. This is what we were expecting Game 1 to be, where Vitality, when they are winning, Game 1 and this one, have looked dominant for the most part. It's just... how much do you believe in it to continue? How much can they do it from minute to minute? But Magnifico, yeah, they can't afford for this to keep happening. I've not liked these lack of challenges on the air dribbles to this point already. It's getting punished now, and I think it can only get worse because Vitality will probably start playing better in those situations.
Yeah, I feel like I liked your audible, just take a breath and a sigh coming out, because that's kind of how this whole match feels. I feel like both teams are slightly off, right? Like Magnifico, you expect it more out of them. You expect Vitality to take it to them, but it's just the way they're making these mistakes feels like they're doing it to themselves at times. While Vitality, they've had some bad games, but they've also had some great games. So Vitality's been inconsistent as well. As we get to Game 5, let's see what happens on this beautiful map.
Oh, so we've got Vitality have gone for a kickoff play on every single kickoff.
They
haven't actually had too much success with it, but it hasn't keeping everybody guessing.
But it's been close at times, and that could be the difference later on in this match.
We haven't really seen much difference there from Magnifico, who still have got their timeout. Stizzy, going to try and start off. It's gone for the 50. I like this change up though from Vitality. They have, I think, given up on the outplay. Just take the 50 every time. Believe that that second man is going to be faster, because eventually they will.
Yeah, and it makes sense because like Magnifico has been jumpy.
Yeah.
Here we go again, like Exotic. It's Stizzy, now Zen. Zen's got a chance. Couldn't catch the ball perfectly, so just the back wall there. But Vitality, so much pressure. Exotic with the shot, but Raziers making a big save.
Yeah, Raziers, I think, committed early to playing the second man. Leave the first one to your teammates as, well, that's a bit of a mystery there from Zen. Pop the ball up. Didn't get anywhere with it, but his team and himself have scrambled the ball away, so no harm, no foul as Exotic goes wide and hits the post. Try to go and just pop it to the side of the goalkeeper. Almost found the net.
Yeah, it was a tough shot. Just did a little bit too much with it, just to hit it off the post. But it is a good sign for Vitality to have these scoring opportunities early. But now Magnifico has found a way onto the other side of the field. See if they can continue with some pressure and get a scoring chance out of it. So far, it's just been corner play. So nothing too threatening here. Finally, Tox has a chance at the shot. But Exotic is there while Zen was sitting on the goal line just in case.
Yeah, I don't think Zen was looking overly comfortable. He's not really looked comfortable in this game yet. Obviously, the previous mistake just settled back down into the rotation. He's going to be needed soon. Stizzy's on low boost. So Zen will take it, and Exotic's in support if Zen needs it, but Zen's second touch too heavy.
Yeah, Zen's got to get back to the aerial dribble game because we know Magnifico panics when he's got the ball, but he's just hitting the ball a little bit too heavy right now to get anything out of it.
It's called in again. Much better first touch, but Raziers just more than ready for him. Finally, somebody gets to him early. Yep. Need more of that as Raziers musty. Didn't catch it too flush. Half the game gone. No goals to speak of. Sort of a different game to the ones that we've had previously. In comes Exotic. He's got boost. Is he going to go for Atomic's car? He's going to go for the outplay. Went for Atomic's car. Now Stizzy can finish.
Yeah, we're about to say just nothing too threatening, but finally the play opens up for Exotic, and he makes one man miss, and it turns into an aerial bump as well, and Stizzy is there to capitalize, and Vitality getting it done with Exotic and Stizzy on the play.
We do get a different one here. Are they going to get an advantage from it? Magnifico! very different on their kickoff. Go double man in the middle. Almost found the result for it, but again, this is happening. They've got to find a response to this. Magnifico are being put under so much pressure from these air dribbles.
Oh, that ball, I don't know how it stayed out, especially when it came back to Zen. Zen was just a bit too close, so couldn't get a shot off, but he wins the challenge here. Atomic, though, back pass, a little bit dangerous. Zen is there, Exotic with the dunk, and now Vitality has all the offensive pressure, but Raziers, can he get the touch that he desperately needs to clear this out and give some time to his teammates? He does. It goes out to Atomic, who has space. The backboard pass off the crossbar by Tox. Denies it, but Tox is still there, and Raziers panic on defense, but Exotic will clear it out. The aerial bump coming in. Woo, Atomic finds a way.
Atomic managed to somehow avoid the bump and get to the ball. That's incredible work. Brief period of everything going on. Somehow we stay at 1-0. Stizzy on the way up, on the way back down after that bump. Atomic on his way for it. Feels somewhat bad for Tox as well. He was the one that had the chance to tie this game up at one goal apiece. Tried to hit it with his stomach of the car. Apparently he's got a stomach of lead because that thing bounced off his car.
And we talked about it was quiet early on in this game, but after this goal, it's been back and forth now with some scoring opportunities.
Okay.
Atomic with one of the most insane pre-jump passing plays we've ever seen, but a little bit too much. Vitality now has a chance to climb it back, and Magnifico wants it. You can see it there on that play, but just couldn't connect.
Well, this is a good chance, though, but nobody's on the follow-up. They've got the demo, and they've got the 2-goal lead. Vitality holding strong. And it's got to be said, they are now heading towards 2 games in a row without conceding. Vitality have figured something out.
So much aggression there by Magnifico, and maybe a little bit too early where they're just trying to throw everything at it when it's just a 1-goal game. And Vitality makes them pay and gets the 2-goal lead to very likely send this to Neo Tokyo with the 3-2 advantage.
Magnifico would have to say the timeout is another pre-jump, this time from Tox. Magnifico are asking a lot of themselves. Not quite finding the answers just yet. Do not be shocked if that timeout is about to get called. You've got to use it at some point. Vitality, 10 plus minutes without a goal conceded. They're the ones in the driver's seat. They're the ones looking at a guaranteed top 4. Magnifico will want to stay out of the shark-infested waters that have got KC in it.
Vitality, a lot of aggression by Magnifico in that final minute, but that is what cost them that extra goal. Vitality's defense, as you said, 2 scoreless games back-to-back and looking much cleaner. And again, we see the shot difference. 13-4, Vitality with all the pressure. And when Magnifico does have the ball, it's corner ball. It's just corner play on the offensive side. So Vitality has found something here in this midfield to gain advantages. And then Magnifico, they will call their timeout. They need to figure this out now. Down 3-2.
Yeah, not a shock at all. I feel like there's a very obvious trend here when we are seeing the best of Vitality, and it's when Exotic seems to be the one leading the charge. Game 1, definitely the best player for me. This game was the best player when Zen sort of needed to wake up a little bit in the opening minute. It was Exotic and Stizzy that did the work for that first goal. Need more of that from him, but if you're Magnifico, I mean, what's the answer here? What do you change? How do you get back into this?
So I feel like you have to convert the defense into possession, which they're not really doing right now. And a lot of that is probably, a low boost and stuff, but at the same time, there are times when Tox has the ball and he just booms it down the field. Take a little bit more time. Even if you don't necessarily win it right away, you're given time from your teammates to then collect boost, to then be a part of the play. When you boom down the ball down the field, all you're really doing is just giving possession back. Yes, you have boost, but now you have to make another defensive play versus a Vitality member who has time and space. So if you can find a way to, even with low boost, try and keep the ball a little bit closer to you, make Vitality expend that boost, and hope that your teammates have enough time to gain boost advantage there to then have a chance on the offensive side. Because right now, Magnifico is just playing defense, and it's not going to work. They need to find a way to get onto the offensive side of the field.
Stizzy, I want to say that this would be like a psychological game that I'd love to play. If my opponents ever called a timeout, even if I didn't need to go to the toilet, I'd go anyway to be like, thank you. I needed you to call that timeout. You're so helpful. Oh, got everyone back. Got them in the lobby. Will we have them in Champions Field, or does it end here in Neo Tokyo? Already had one Game 7 today. Tox looks to try and go low 50. They might have the follow. Faked out originally for Atomic, and Stizzy follows.
Great challenge there by Stizzy, and now he's going to turn the ball on field as quickly as he possibly can with some demos coming out. Exotic staying close to the ball. All three members of Magnifico nearby, but that opens up the door for Zen. Tox, though, meets him early to keep this away. And Magnifico will get the early clear. A little bit of space. Stizzy by himself. They gave him space because he didn't have momentum forward. But can Magnifico get this ball out is the main question I have. Tox on 0 boost, Atomic on 0. This allows Exotic to get a free shot on net. Atomic, though, makes the save.
Yeah, right now, Vitality back to what they were doing previously. And it's being the faster team. Stizzy, oh, he went for the Ocalid. Just keep on hooking around. Plenty of time to work with. Magnifico, I don't think this is even a conscious choice at the moment. They are just being put in positions where they can't immediately challenge. And Vitality happy just to whittle away. The only thing here from Vitality is they do have a reputation that has happened previously in this series where third man can get a little bit too excited.
Yeah.
Can't afford for that to happen again. Won't happen this time.
That's kind of like the opposite of NRG. They always play so cool, calm, and collected on the offensive side, never bring that third man up, and they just wait it out until there's finally a moment. Vitality, though, complete opposite. The third man gets bored at some point, and it's like, oh, maybe now's our time. And then sometimes that backfires. But Zen's got an opportunity here, beats one, but Raziers just barely gets back in time. But again, it's Magnifico. Desperation saves. They need to find a way out.
It's been 2 minutes on this side of the field. Zen's on his way up. He was expecting a challenge, didn't get it. Another double commit save. Oh, and they've been cut into the respawn. Ruined Magnifico's chances to get rid of it.
But again, it's Tox and Atomic both double committing on the Zen play that opens up that door. It made everyone bleed into the corner, and it left the net wide open for a Vitality goal. The Zen respect again at an all-time high.
Yes, I feel like it's bled over to everybody now. Whenever Vitality are doing anything edge dribble-wise, it's not just Zen that Magnifico are waiting on. It's all of them.
Yeah.
It's become a worse problem. It's not been fixed. As that's open for the time being, Tox gets back. Still, no goals in such a long time here for Magnifico. Gotta get some momentum.
Like, it's so tough, too, because it's not always like you have to challenge early every single time. Zen here, double tap. Ooh, big save there by Atomic. But it's more about when you can't challenge early, you can't panic and have two members go. And they just keep sending two at a lot of these balls. But Atomic here will get a clean touch, trying to clear it out, but he just kind of booms it and gives up possession.
Raziers, though, with a little bit of time, are we going to finally see the orange side of the field? Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It was nice while it lasted.
Doing some sightseeing, but Atomic, here we go. It's like the midfield just opens up out of nowhere.
What has happened?
Exotic backflips out of it, and Raziers is just wide open. Zen just drove off with no boost, and all right. Vitality gives one up a little bit. Magnifico makes them pay, and we got ourselves a game.
Oh, that's my favorite sort of vacation. Short and just enjoy it. Just get over there. Hey, this orange side of the field looks fantastic. I'm going home now. Back to the blue side of the field. Maybe we got ourselves a follow-up vacation. We go over to the orange side of the field now. Boomer ball. Atomic looking midfield for Tox. Not fast enough to beat Zen. That's open there for Exotic. Does decent on the 50. Atomic gets rid of it. And you know what? Of all the booms I've seen, that one I agree with.
Absolutely. Just clear that out deep. As long as they can't do too much with it, which they didn't. But Zen somehow finds a way to get the demo. He almost got another bump on Atomic as well, but Atomic avoided it. Stizzy has a little bit of space. Atomic and Raziers both don't go, just both don't jump. And Raziers hold serve on that back wall.
Yeah, there was a reason why they didn't go. It's because they were too busy bumping into each other in the corner. Hit them with the NRG Season 5. Didn't get anything against them for it. Stizzy Only out to Exotic. Tox looking backboard. Those ones can be quite dangerous. Just the lack of power can have the defender make a mistake. Good bump. Zen's on the wall. Zen's done good enough. And another bump. Tox keeps the momentum, turns around. Must get the goal here, because as bad as these last 15 minutes have been for Magnifico, they would only need a good 5 minutes if they can get the next goal. Against this to Champions Field as Atomic, with the last scrap of boost he's got, gets rid of the danger.
Exotic will keep the ball into the blue side. One demo. Tox is the last man back. Will he get demo? No. Zen misses on that. Tox, he gets it around 2 as well and will push forward. But the ball is cleared back onto the blue side of the field. What can they do? Atomic just throws it deep. Boomer Bowl to Exotic, who cannot catch it properly, so Atomic will take back over. Atomic has a chance here. The 50 goes to neither teammate, and Zen will get the clear. Looks like we're heading to overtime unless Zen can do something here. With the aerial dribble pass out to Stizzy. No, yes, Stizzy is there. Razier's desperation on Magnifico. Stizzy! Stizzy!
There was no way! They tried! Oh, they couldn't get rid of it!
So much panic, so little boost. Magnifico tried whatever they could. The ball just would not fall to the ground, and Stizzy finds a way to get it over the line, and Vitality survive on Neo Tokyo. They will not have to play a Game 7, and they are in your top 4 yet again.
And Manchester City will breathe a sigh of relief. That limits the damage until GK step up. That's going to be very soon. But that race for top 5 is looking oh so very difficult. But for Vitality, yes, say what we want about some of the games, but you've got to give them the good with the bad. And they played at the latter half of this series some brilliant Rocket League.
And here's the thing, no one's perfect in Europe. We just saw K-Corp in the lower bracket also be tested. Europe is going to be brutal this year. If you can find a way to get the wins, that's all that matters. And Vitality did it with 1 game to spare. Well done to them. Magnifico will have to battle it in the lower bracket.
Certainly will. So Magnifico are eliminated. Vitality are in the top 4. 5 teams remain. 2 teams are left to play today. We'll see them up after this break.
Whoa, looks like you're backing up a bit here. Okay, Luann? Is there a Luann in the house?
Remember, you don't work here. Young homeowners love to get involved with everything.
Luann going once.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents,
Luann?
but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Sorry.
Luann!
T-Bates here, and today I have a special unboxing from Blacklight. It's gonna be something you've never seen before. ASMR. Let's get into it. Oh my gosh! Sorry, oh my gosh. It's cool. These are the instructions. It's a piece of art. Smooth as silk. And now, for the finishing touches. The Athena Pro Blacklight RLCS. Available for pre-order right now.
The new Wegovy pill is now available through Weight Watchers. Finally, powerful GLP-1 results in a simple pill at the lowest price available. Get doctor support, personalized nutrition programs, and side effect management, all in one place.
I can't imagine being on a GLP-1 without Weight Watchers.
And Weight Watchers handles the insurance for you and offers affordable cash pay options. See if you qualify for the Wegovy pill at weightwatchers.com/TV.
Howdy, Roadrunner. You're very fast.
Well, I drink Red Bull.
But you do realize...
Yes, Red Bull gives you wings, but, I'm scared of heights.
Oops.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Red Bull Zero. Zero sugar, 100% wings with monk fruit extract. Tried it yet?
Oh, you want to put the heavier items on the bottom.
Let's let him do his job.
Right. Young homeowners love to get involved with everything.
Latte for Jan?
We got a latte for Jan.
Remember, you don't work here.
Latte for Jan?
Ooh, I think the chicken marsala.
Ooh, I would not have that.
Julie?
Jan, Jan as in January.
Canned goods, OJ, root beer, then probably sandwich cookies.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Could be Jan, I guess. Jan?
Arbs is streaming, and I still smell unstoppable. Level up your laundry with 24-hour nonstop freshness.
Taxes was chasing updates. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert, doing it all for you, so you can chase this feeling. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
What a hotel.
Right? And only $250 a night for my favorite site. What?
You didn't check Trivago.
I got mine for $155. You have to check Trivago.
Oh yeah? Prove it.
On Trivago, you can compare hotel prices from multiple different sites.
Even your favorite one.
Look, same hotel, $100 less.
You didn't check Trivago.
I didn't check Trivago.
Check Trivago to compare prices and save up to 40%. Hotel? Trivago.
Maybelline New York. New Lash Sensational Body Mascara. Sensational full body lashes with buildable volume and lift. Breakthrough Body Curve Brush with volumizing tech and a lifting system. For lifted lashes that hold for up to 24 hours.
See?
New Lash Sensational Body Mascara.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Mom, I've tried everything.
Maybe it's madness. I'm begging you.
The desk is on a roll with their predictions, so is Vitality with their gameplay as they move on over Magnifico. Their journey sort of ended, at least a little road bump along the way. They're not out of the tournament yet. We'll see if Magnifico can keep it up later. Right now, we talk to Zed from Vitality. Hey, Zed, how was your break?
Trying to get messy.
I relax now and I'm super happy of the team. So yeah, I'm just chilling.
Just chilling. I love it. Did you after the kickoff land? Did you take some time off, or was it right back to the grind?
What did you say, sir?
Did you take time off after? I've tried to deal with him too before. Did you take some time off after the kickoff land, or were you guys right back to work?
No, we were back to work. I think we had. But I mean, I have the FIFA, so they work a lot, and also me. So after the FIFA, I come back and we just grading and work together. So yeah, I think it helps a lot of what we do now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. After the kickoff event, were you guys okay with the results there, or did you feel like the slow start was not expected, or with a new roster, do you expect it to take some time?
I mean, we have like CZ and Enzo and me, and I think 3 all player has like different playstyle before, so we need to adapt for everyone, and that's why we try to work on it, and I think we find the solution, so we are there to win.
Okay, well, I'm not going to ask you what the solution is because I know you won't tell me. But I guess who had to do, I guess, the most work to adjust? Like, who was it you were trying to fit in to the puzzle?
I mean, I can't really say it, but we have a staff behind us, so it helps a lot. And the big strength of our team is we talk all the time together about the gameplay and how we want to play. So yeah, I think our strength is that.
Yeah, hey, and again, it looks good. I guess the important thing at the end of the day is that you're having fun. My question is, are you having fun?
Of course, we have two good teammates, so yeah.
Yes, you do.
Happy.
There it is. Hey, you know what?
Two funny boy.
Yeah, very, good luck with them because they're a handful. That's for sure.
You understand now? You understand me? Yeah.
I do. I absolutely do, man. Hey, well, I'm gonna let you go and deal with them. Thank you for joining me, Zen, and good luck in the rest of the bracket.
Thank you.
Trust me, I do. I've had to do it. They are a handful, but hey, they're also good at Rocket League, Gibbs, and it shows here.
Yeah, but poor Zen, he's got to also babysit at the same time as playing. Yeah, like, this was a good series by Vitality. Yeah, sure, there were some small hiccups, but again, like, if we're looking at the grand scope of Europe, everyone is not looking perfect, and they found a way to really dominate the back half of this series, and Magnifico was just on defense a ton and making them panic, and that's exactly what you want. Like, give Zen these moments for these aerial dribble plays to make the defense panic. Like, that's the Zen MO. That's what you want, and it worked out beautifully here.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since Zen has won anything, since Vitality has won anything. It was actually the 2023 World Championship, the last event that they won, unless I've missed something, but that includes, Open stuff like that. And now Zen has won with France, at FIFA E, so he'll be back feeling like he is potentially on top of the world again. And the question was always, when he was at FIFA E, how would Zen feel going back to playing with Stizzy and Exotic? And it looks like still a decent team camaraderie there. And that's what Vitality need. And I'd say on current form, Gibbs, you mentioned this isn't the strongest EU. Like, Vitality could win this tournament the way Carmine could.
Oh, absolutely.
Sort of looking shaky against Man City earlier.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, their bracket is looking great for them. And also, like, Ninjas in Pajamas, not perfect either, throughout. They've been inconsistent, so they're on their side of their bracket. We'll see who else they get, Mates or GK, on that side. But Vitality has beat Mates already twice this year. So, Vitality could be that top dog throughout this weekend.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, realistically, it could go anywhere. We've seen this with Europe so many times. I still expect a bounce back from K-Corp. I mean, they do this quite often. I think at this point, because I was thinking in my head during that series, I'm like, does this continued dropping to lower brackets hurt their legacy? And I'm like, not really, because we know they always end up coming back. So I would not be surprised to end up seeing those two teams yet again in the grand finals. But I do agree, Vitality, one of the stronger teams. We'll see, because they do have some tough matchups ahead of them. We saw with Man City against K-Corp, Ninjas Pajamas could easily end up hurting that run. But looking at the bracket, only a few more matches left to go for this region. Would you say it's not looking its strongest? I mean, I just heard that kind of mentioned there, Gibbs, for a moment there, that maybe it's not at its strongest right now.
So it's not necessarily that, it's more just parity, I think is what everyone expects. We expect that coming into the year. Then K-Corp, obviously, that they showed up a lot in the kickoff LAN, and that's where they really dominated, but also they dominated North American teams in that. And then when they played Ninjas in Pajamas, it was a very close set. I expect to see Europe have a lot of different winners throughout this year, and I expect a lot of close matches. So it's not necessarily that the play has gone down. I do think NA obviously showed up a lot in that kickoff LAN, but I would still pit Europe's depth over North America across if we played that tournament again. So see how it plays out. But Vitality, again, you don't want to be on K-Corp's side of the bracket no matter what, especially with Vitality's history, and they're looking great so far.
Well, that was our third match of the day. And if I am looking at that schedule graphic correctly, that means there's only one more match to get to. Yes, look at that. I said something right. GK versus Gentlemates is our last matchup on the board for our European Open number 2 Saturday play. And then we have, of course, our final games tomorrow where we crown a champion of this weekend. And looking at this matchup, I said this is where I want CJ's predictions to be tested. He said he's really good on his Saturday predictions. This is one I think could be a little bit closer. Maybe disagree with me, Cole, if you'd like, but this is a matchup I expect either way.
I've just spotted the Gentlemates are playing with Arachi, so hopefully he's as good as Archie. We will see.
Like an arachnid.
Yeah, the Arachi the arachnid. But yeah, I mean, GK, they had a pretty good day yesterday. They'll be feeling good about themselves. They were, of course, disappointed in that first split and looking to try and make amends, Gibbs, because they're a team that will be expecting to make the first major.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, they did well yesterday, but GK is one of those teams I feel like you can't count out, like apparently Jack. Whenever his peers rank him, they always rank him lower than where he finishes. Like last season, he was on Dignitas. They weren't even supposed to be a top 5 team, and they were the number 2 seed in Europe. They just falter when they have to play OC to get the World Championship for some odd reason. I don't know why that is. But on the other side with Gentlemates, the peers say the Gentlemates are supposed to be the number 2 team in this region, and it's been a shaky start. Obviously, they won the preseason LAN, basically, so everyone was maybe a little bit higher on them than they were supposed to be. But I think both these teams are expected to be at like all these majors, and now especially with those 5 spots, and they're starting to prove that in this Open, both in the upper bracket, both guaranteed top 6.
I do like, again, the vibes that we usually see in this room. First off, it is getting very pink in there. It's just everything's in. But what I love is the vibes. Whenever you go to it, Naz is always smiling. You always have this feel good. You kind of have that with Archie around no matter what, too. You've all talked to him before. He's a really chill guy, knows how to keep the vibes. And I love that. I think that helps that squad a lot. They always seem to not really succumb to any pressure, at least visually. They always look happy. Yeah. Chat, what do you think? The Progressive Fan votes up, #GK or #M8, because again, I think this one could be a lot closer. So let's put them on the boards. I'm hoping, I didn't look yet, but I'm hoping CJ went with me because I think I went against you guys. So I'm gonna put it up there.
This one was a little bit scattered, which is interesting. I've been looking at the results between these two. Again, we've all gone GK. Oh, no, sorry, you've got Gentlemates Leaf. But yeah, that
okay, I'm now going to go look at what CJ did.
That little look, and the Org GK has never been Org Gentlemates.
I'm good.
Which is interesting. If Liquipedia is to be trusted, which I did not realize. So history, according to Team Colors, Leaf, would be on your side there.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to bank on that, though.
Very different teams all across it, but you know.
Yeah, I think, Gibbs mentioned it earlier, too. You saw their peers were high on the squad here. I see what I see when it comes to team synergy, when it comes to those vibes, that helps a lot on the field. Gibbs, I really just have to believe right now that they will pull through in a tournament like this.
Oh, yeah, I feel like Mates are the favorite, but it's close. I think it's like 55-45. And I think...
yeah, sure.
With the GK, they had a very important game yesterday to avoid K-Corp, and I think that really did help them. But Gentlemates also took down Man City as well, and Man City has looked great. So it's a very difficult one for me, but I think just because apparently Jack and his peers always rate him a little bit lower, it doesn't matter if it's North America or Europe, he finds a way to look better than he's supposed to. And I think this could be one of those moments, so I'm going to go with Jack here.
I mean, what's interesting about this one is that all these players, they've all teamed together. They know each other so well, Lee.
Yeah.
There's going to be no feeling out period, I hope. It's straight into it.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not surprised to see chat follow them, too. They got a lot of fan favorites on that squad over there. We'll see if you guys are right or if CJ walks again away with a perfect Saturday for the Open. It's our last best of 7 of today. We'll finish tomorrow, but right now, it's going to be GK Esports going up against Gentlemates. Let's head into the field and have some fun.
Well, they took down Gentle Bench yesterday, but can they take down the Gentlemates? Top 4 awaits the winner of this final matchup in playoff Saturday Shogun. This is game 1 by Progressive. A huge match for both teams when you're looking at the rankings.
Yeah, absolutely. You do not want to be dropping down. Obviously, if you lose this one, you're not eliminated from the tournament just yet. But the last thing that you want to be doing is to have to play that extra round. You get this, you guarantee yourself an extra 2 points in the overall standings. But for GK, it's all about bouncing back from what was a heartbreaking opening event for themselves. Go and get the points today and make your lives a little bit easier.
Now, I've lent the way of Gentlemates here, but I just love the side of GK. But I know Johnny Boy watching probably right now would say I'm a generational, apparently Jack hater. I feel like I never predict him, never believe in him, and he proves me wrong time and time again. But, well, I clearly just don't learn because I've gone for the Gentlemates just.
I do believe I've got GK on this one. I should have maybe checked, but it's going to be very interesting. This is the theoretical closest match of the day. I say that, given that we've already had a Game 6 and a Game 7. As Oski's already on his way up. Wanted the reset, instead the ball.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Gentlemates with the freestyle right there. Holy crap.
It's one of those chances where you go just in case.
What happened?
Crazy whiff happens, and it didn't look to be the toughest read for Jack. If you save the flip, it seems pretty regulation, but he's just double jumped and got himself completely tied up there. Free goal for Gentlemates.
Oh, how are they going to respond to that? Joyo was already on his way. Backboard, he's on challenge.
Oh,
and they
crap,
respond
Joyo.
Yeah, I think that's how. I think that's how Archie just gives the ball to
There's
Jack.
the Joyo I know.
The ceiling, Joyo sits downfield, backboard, free play double. Nothing that the defense can do about it. Okay, no harm done.
1-1. Certainly an interesting way to start this off as Nas just skips the ball past the first player. Joe's very low. That's going to be a goal.
Nice.
Couldn't get himself to the ball just in time. Over in the corner. Really should not be a massive danger here for GK. As they're looking, I was going to say backboard again, but Archie will always have it covered. Oh, not the best follow-up though.
I will say, just visually, both these teams have fantastic org decals as well. I will say that. Two of the favourites. GK looking pretty good. I like the Gentlemates set up as well with the flowers. Doing well. I like it. I'm not sure why.
Of course, it's company man Jack. Of course, he's the one that's rocking it on GK. Who else?
He's a fan. I'll tell you what, any org would love to have that man. He's an organisational dream. He's apparently Jack, but I'm just not sure, seeing how much pink there is in the Gentlemates room, why their decal this time isn't pink. But anyway, we'll get back into this one. Joy just get a free play double. He's going to fake it instead. Oh. Jack goes low.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't get the shot.
Oh, wow.
Nas can walk it out. It's not out of trouble just yet, though, as Seiko's trying for the little bounce dribble shot. It's not to be. Still pressure for the GK, but it should have probably been 2-1 Shogun.
It should have been. Definitely should have gone in.
Yeah.
As far as apparently Jack.
Yeah.
Gonna go for the full-on air dribble. Soski.
Oh yeah, and that's
not how the reset was supposed to go.
I'm actually
managed to hit himself more than he hit the ball.
For yeah.
That's his first touch. Also lets him down. So both teams not operating 100% right now. That's a great touch though from Nas, giving Oski something to run onto. Joe's got him covered. Archie shoots, and yeah, Seiko will not be all that troubled by that one.
Wasn't trouble, but still gave the ball away. But now seeing a lot of time in this defensive half for Gentlemates. Struggling since that first goal to kind of keep that offense going. Here is Oski though, with a chance. Seiko, nice challenge. He's actually going to get two, but he's around Archie. Or Joy's found himself with a bit of space.
Oh, Joy!
I think that
You're dirty.
Going to get a
You're dirty.
boost. He certainly wasn't getting back to that one on that occasion. And now you can see both teams just settling in after a couple of early mishaps.
Yeah, this is good foundational Rocket League now from both teams. Oski wants to go shot. Seiko again. Overly troubled, fires the ball to a teammate. So just giving each other returns here, aren't they? No one's sustaining offense. Archie's going to be there first, and what a hit!
No.
Cannot hit that any cleaner.
Yeah, I think that's one word that anyone will describe Archie as, is clinical. He gets a chance and he makes the most of it. Both ends as well. Defensively, we know about his goal saving.
Apparently Jack was jumping on that.
Absolutely fine. The top corner as well. 2-1.
Like, no, it's perfect positioning, but he
strong chances, I'd say, but certainly made the most of it.
Archie's already crossed the 500-point mark. Jack just crossed the 100-point mark. It's certainly been a different level for both teams as Jack does go up. Archie's just too much faster than what Jack can put forwards.
I think apparently Jack is a really good player, but at the same time though, I think something
Archie again, looking lethal.
Like, he can be the best player in the world for one game, But then all the other games,
that's just
a
mediocre down sort of touch.
Like, at the least really mediocre, but definitely not
They
the
gave
best.
up the lead pretty quick when they did get that.
But then, you know, he has those moments where
set
he's
things up
like,
a bit more. I like the delayed touch there from
and
Oski. Trying to find Nas.
apparently Jack is very
you see their tendency
with
right
it.
now. They know they're a goal up. They're going to
But
back
you
off
see
unless they're
him
100%
peak
sure
more
they can
often
go
than
in.
like any
It's a
other
nice
player,
way though.
but
Nas
he
going to
just
stay underneath
can't
it for the 50.
keep
Can Jack
the
work
peak.
his way through?
You know what I mean? At the
They're
very
really
least, you
trying to
can't
take
get
all the
you
speed
can't
out of this
keep
ball right
the
now.
close to
Take the pace out, lock in this
Something
first
is holding
game.
him back.
So far, it's working.
Jack wants the 50, gets it. Doesn't win it that well though, as he needs Seiko to help him out. Seiko found a bit of a pinch, so definitely gets the power that he needs. Now 30 seconds, and GK, it's been a while since they were in offense for a good attack. Can Seiko provide? No, he doesn't get any contact on the ball. So who's going to be around to follow it? Absolutely no one, as Archie gets red.
Yeah, Jack had to go, but he was meant to be waiting on the Seiko pass, couldn't land it.
You
They
say
said
this is your last chance here. You got 60 seconds left.
We'll get one last chance at attack. Low boost. Seiko does steal the 100. Could this be the opportunity? Archie's just trying to keep it in. Oski's going to have to go wandering for boost. Jack's cutting. You can see the tightening of this GK offense. They're just trying to stick in this offensive half, but the ball finds the ground. Gentlemates will take game one.
Yeah, Gentlemates, after a game that took a little while to really get going. Archie, the difference maker. A goal, an assist, 4 saves. And he looks perfectly happy with the way that he's playing at the moment. And Archie really has been the most improved player over the last year plus. Become a difference maker in these sort of games. But for GK, I mean, the goal they got, I feel was kind of Gentlemates' own fault. I didn't really see much else other than their backboard double tap. But once they got it, GK looked a bit toothless in that game.
Yeah, they had more pressure, it felt like, but you're right, there just wasn't many chances. It felt like that last piece of the puzzle, once they really got up in that offensive third, Shogun, they kind of went, okay, what are we doing now? We're up here, we found our way up here, but I don't know what we're doing, because Gentlemates just slowed it down in defense, made them awkward, then they found their way out. So, yeah, GK able to work it down the other end, but not seeing the clinical finishing or, you know, opportunity creation.
It's difficult. It's difficult because they're sort of they're finding it very hard to follow up on one another because there's just nothing there. The 50 game so far from their opponents has just been so good. The ball's not popping out. And yes, I've just undone all of the wax that my barber put in because, oh my goodness, he done me dirty. Hopefully, GK can follow up each other and look out for each other more than my boy did.
Well done. Yes, he wasn't
Takes a
looking
big man to know when it's not working. To GK know when it's not working in this series.
I like it. We're matching what hairstyles to Rocket League play styles.
I know. It's the sound of a professional there, my friend. I'll tell you when I find him.
That's why you're the best in the business, mate. Maybe why your barber's not the best in the business.
You know what I mean? If I got some meat in it,
that's a great shot.
Oh!
Archie's wedged himself off.
Oh! No way!
How? And they've got rid of it as well. That could have been on target and just turned in off the backboard. Follow from now.
Oh yeah, awesome. Oh, thank God, Troy was go.
And that should have been 1-0, and this is where you start getting in your own head about those opportunities when you've had 2-3 shots that all should have found the back of the net, and it was it was shambles. A couple of nice saves from Gentlemates, but instant reset. Oski launches it straight at Seiko off the ceiling. He can find 2 backboard this time. Archie there. Still GK playing that lot of defense, but the struggles continue. They can't score. And Gentlemates, feels like when they get down the other end, they're not having any problems at all.
No, certainly not. Joyo looking to try and get rid. Immediately blocked. Jack, low-ish boost. Needs to try and take a 50. Does get it. Big Tail going for the reset. Right now, Gentlemates are swarming them.
Oh, double shot. That's it.
You've got to get to him. He's the hot hand.
He's just so clinical. We said it last game. It's the same story here. Look at the backboard, the double. Nobody home. Seiko in net. And all he can do is watch the ball over his head into the back of the net. 1 minute 30 gone. Gentlemates up again. Looking fantastic in net.
Archie up from the corner. Right now, Gentlemates off the back of Archie are the better squad. And again, it's GK that need to scramble these points back. They need a good showing at this event. If they want any chance of going to Boston, KC did them a solid, gave them a favor, gave Europe a 5th spot. But you gotta go and get the results for it because that 5th spot is so hotly contested.
The 3 points currently separate these two teams. Because of that, you'd feel like GK
Oh my god, for the pass.
have to win this, have to get right in the top 5 race. Currently do sit
Oh, it's
outside
awesome,
his Joyo, not the communication he want with Jack. You can see he was expecting the fake. Joyo did get the touch. There's a 1-2 though.
Oh, there it is.
Ball play,
There it is,
close
the equalizer.
passing. They find the opener.
GK got
That's
this.
fantastic. Archie really wanted the 50. Seiko happy to provide. And Seiko's recovery as well just gave Joyo a much better option. Well done from them. GK back up and rolling again after, well, an incredibly frustrating opening half to this game. Now just settle themselves back down.
They're moving now though, which is the positive. They found that equalizer. Just need to stabilize and create more chances. I don't think just creating one opportunity against Genomates is going to be enough.
What the heck is
Bumps are coming through. You just knew Oski had to wait for Nas to get to work, and didn't he do just that?
Oh my goodness, Seiko ready for launch.
But look like I did
Set
2
off.
bumps at once.
2-1, and Gentlemates, when they get offense, it's strange because it doesn't feel, you can see it coming, but it's like 2 seconds and you go, oh, they've already done it. Like, this was just a good plan executed efficiently. It's beautiful.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
A 1v3 out of nowhere. To GK respect the bloke. Jack doesn't want to challenge, so Seiko goes, and Joyo not quick enough on the backboard.
Yeah, I think Jack's really struggling in this series at the moment. Needs to be going. It's awkward. You're probably not going to win the ball, but at least somebody's challenging it. Nas not going to take over, instead leaves it for Oski. Archie plays the ball quickly. I was looking a little bit better. There was a bit of sunshine behind the clouds, and it's already started to rain yet again for GK. And Gentlemates are happy to just keep on going and ruin their parades.
The flick comes on. I mean, you said it perfectly. Jack, first man in that occasion. Like, there's no harm in challenging that ever. Because all you're trying to do is dispossess Oski, but leaving it so close to net. The bumps are coming through, though. Perhaps a chance here for GK. Seiko went for the fake instead. Try to find a nice 50. Joy, that's a nice infield pass to Jack. He has ripped it, though. Won't be able to get it on net. Instead, all he can do is pop it up. Gentlemates, all 3 are low boost. Joyo, I don't think he wanted that exact touch, but still keeping pressure on, which hasn't been a problem. Keeping it in this part of the goal, part of the pitch, should I say, but they're not really testing the defense.
Oski's on nothing, so don't expect him to commit too hard. Well, he doesn't have to. If anything, he's going to be quite thankful he gets the extra boost from the respawn. Archie taking over. Happy to just play it in the corner. Waste a bit of time. As Oski, that was a bit strange from Oski. He's got away with it. Like a
Seiko with the pass.
bird just flailing around. As
Alright,
Jack's taking
Jack.
his time.
See what I mean?
This might get the confidence rolling yet again as Nas has pre-jumped his original hit.
Just love watching Archie when he is in net. He is so patient. He realizes that there's no trouble. He can just sit in net until he finds the chance, and he's positioning some of the best that we have in Rocket League in the world, which is why he's been so good for so long. Here he is again. There's the pop. Oski this time just able to get a 50 on Joyo. Jack looks for the clear. Seiko wants to be there downfield, but he is low boost. Instead goes for that mid-100. Joyo finds a nice pop. Archie right on the ball. It's a 3-1 lead, and that's all it's going to be. GK, they get themselves a sniff. They equalise, but there's just too many mistakes. That team not synergizing right now. 2-0 to the Gentlemates, and a timeout is trying to be called by Jack.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to here. Gentlemates, if anything, you just need to ice Gentlemates a little bit. They are playing some phenomenal rock. And for GK, maybe redo the original team talk. Pretend that this match didn't even start. Because, well, it does feel at times that GK have not actually got started in this series.
Yeah, it's it's another one where you just look at the scoreboard, as you guys can see.
I know who's
It's-
gonna win. It's gonna be
not too
Gentlemen.
bad. I mean, they've had more
There's no
shots,
way.
6 shots to 5, but
I was really hoping
dangerous.
JK would
it's not
actually
clean though
not
when you're
dominating.
watching them and it's messy. You can see the communication errors where they're expecting a fake, the double commits coming through, the touches aren't precise enough, and there's still glimpses, but just I don't want to say they're overthinking it, but it's kind of what
Go
it looks
home,
like
Jack.
when they are playing.
Bro,
they're trying to break
stop.
down this Gentleman's defense. They don't really know a way
Stop.
to do it. Sometimes you've got to play with a bit more instinct, I'd say, and just take that first option.
Yeah, definitely is the case. It's one of those things of like the frustration from the early game is probably bled through a little bit as well. But for GK, just maybe steal a little bit from Gentlemates and just go for the efficiency.
Oh,
Don't
he's a good
overplay
player,
it.
dude.
Don't go for all the air dribbles. Gentlemates are finding just the quickest path to the net, and it is working all the time. But for GK, it's like they're trying to make it up as they go along, and they don't quite know the lyrics to the rest of the song.
There's not enough speed on their offense as well compared to Gentleman's. We saw how quick
And
it
whose
was
fault
to
is
just
that?
transition downfield. You went for the solo, flicked it middle to
Brother.
Husky, and he's straight on the bump. Whereas it just seems like GK get it down the other end quick, and then they try and play slow once they're up there. But it just gives Gentleman so much time to set up. And I
Exactly,
think when you
it's
got an
forced.
Archie sitting in net, he's never gonna bite on those sort of challenges. He's never gonna go for the fakes. He's just gonna wait there until the opportunity, the timing is right, and then they find their way down the other end. So a little bit of work to do for Ixo, coach of GK, just to get them playing a bit more fluid. When you've got to play like Joyo as well, you can't just want him to play, on instinct.
It's Rocket League's one of those very annoying games where when it's going
Something
wrong,
is holding him back, and
you'll
I'm
have
not
every
entirely
single
sure what.
issue. That's
But
been
he definitely is not a bad player.
Doing that. When you're playing well, and somebody asks, "Oh, so what are you doing well today?" You just go, "I don't know."
I think a lot of the times, like, I do notice he'll actually clear it a lot.
Good. Whilst GK will probably have hundreds of things that they want to improve. Jack looks for the catch, does well initially. Nas is just so fast at the moment. As we've got the boom here from Archie. Couldn't do too much else with the boost that he had. Joyo wants a player. Joyo doesn't find one, but he does get the ball to Jack. Wants the low 50. It just doesn't bounce nicely.
Yeah, just found 2 members of Gentlemate's front post. It didn't go his way, but we are seeing Joyo getting a little bit more space. Looking dangerous. There's an open net. Oh, there's a positional breakdown. It's rinse and repeat game after game. Jack just turns out third man. He's in no man's land.
And that's wasteful from Joyo as well at the very start.
Nah,
Does he just
bro.
not see where Archie is? Archie's on the wall. He goes to boom it off the ceiling. Try and follow it, some sort of air dribble play after the fact. But Archie's just like, well, no, I am here. I didn't just like, you can't close your eyes and imagine that I'm not going to get to this ball. It's one thing after another here for GK, and they are running out of time to make anything of this.
Jack does need it. Like, he isn't the best, bro.
In Copenhagen does
I know,
not mean it's
but
the norm.
he can be the best.
Yeah.
Something is holding him back,
certainly
bro.
the messiest I've seen them play.
There's
I know they had a
something
bit of
going
a
on
rough
here, bro.
one, but they did
Because
have
I
some
know
tech issues
Jack
and whatnot.
is a great player.
Right now.
I know he's a great player.
Sailing when you've got both
Nah,
landed
bro.
through. You've got the dunk on net as well.
I can't.
And Nas can take it end to end. What a grip. Azovsky still trying to find a bump. Gentlemate's doing everything.
Nas goes into the air and says, Oski, find and eliminate. Oski does exactly that. What a performance. We've had a bit of a go at GK, but Gentlemates are playing unbelievable Rocket League.
This is flow state. This is absolute flow state gaming right now. You can see Oski. He pops it
Nah,
around, finds the
dude.
50. Seiko doesn't get the challenge he wanted. And once again, there's no one in net because they are hunting back post. They're hunting third man. And time again, they're finding that last member of GK.
Jack and Joyo, don't bring Joyo into
How does
this.
get worse at the moment? Here's the good news for GK. Only a minute and a half's been played. Now, it's entirely possible that also might be bad news. The way Gentlemates are playing, they will be wishing that we can just go straight to Champ Sunday.
Yeah.
Come on, apparently, Jack.
You asked how it could
See?
get worse.
He's
Perhaps
clearing it like a
probably
bunch.
the only thing at this
He's-
point.
he's always clearing it.
It has been a bit of a
Right.
disaster,
People
but Gentleman's
make
just looked
mistakes,
fantastic.
but he keeps on clearing it. He stops clearing it,
He
boom,
is
he's
ranking
back.
in the number 2
He's
team
back, Jack.
in Europe behind Carmine Corp. There's a reason why they dominated the off-season. I think we're seeing peak Gentlemates again. There's a nice chance from Joyo, who has kind of been the only member of GK to look creative at all so far. Didn't quite get that one to work, but still more chance in this offensive half. They
Like, bro, Jax and his 50-50s, like, we saw it here. He's been doing some really damn good
Joyo's
50-50s.
trying for stuff. Success has been limited, but it's been limited to the amount of success you would expect if you had those sort of plays going on. Archie looking backboard, almost pinched it against the oncoming number. Archie, right, looking it for Seiko. Joe off the wall, first touch, around Archie, but what's the next? That's always the next question here for GK. What is next?
It's just that little hesitation. You can just see the doubt.
See?
The second or
His
third man wanting to
50-50s
come
are
in,
on
communication,
point.
Whether that's not quite there, just whether they're not trusting each other's touches. Clearly, they're not all 100% feeling it at the
Dude,
moment.
every single person in Rocket League community plays twos. What are you talking about, Borum?
He said it's off the post and Archie can do it all himself.
Yeah, Seiko put off the ceiling, and Joyo, he tried. But it's just the way this is going right now for GK. You wonder why they're being hesitant. It's because everything's going wrong. You can't play the good option when you've only seen the bad. Well, there's maybe a bit of something. That's the worst thing we've seen so far from Gentlemates, is somebody whipped the ball. It's been that level of performance.
Yeah, I'd love to see the average speed from all the players on the pitch from both teams, because it just feels like Gentlemates are doing as they please and absolutely zooming around the pitch. Watching Oski's player cam as well, his POV, he's just going for it, and I mentioned the flow state gaming as well, as there's just complete panic. Look at Oski, he's just got to back up the truck and say, come at me, boys, and he's completely stuffed it. Oh my goodness, that could have been disaster, but that's the confidence Gentlemates have.
I was really, really pulling for the goal there. They deserved it. Oski, you can't.
No, bro, I can't. I fucking can't, dude.
He was going air dribble.
There's no way. I was literally voting for DK's esports route. There's no way.
It's confident, and it's a 4-0 lead, which is why he's doing it. As I said, they're really just doing as they please and not overthinking it right now. Gentlemates, fantastic to see them in form. GK, still, well, they've still got another game on their sleeve, you could say, but will now have to reverse sweep. A Gentlemates team that's looking fantastic. Is going to be tough for him here. The good thing is, as you mentioned, they're still guaranteed Champ Sunday. It's just going to be a little bit of a tougher run now.
Yeah, I mean, the reverse sweep, maybe. I mean, I didn't believe in the Novo Man City reverse sweep. It was very dominant until it just sort of started to happen. But you've got to say, surely. I mean, what is it going to take? Gentlemates look like they can beat the world right now.
Oski's got chased into his own net, landed off the ceiling with 0 boost, and he hit it end-to-end on the full. I mean, this is what I mean. If you move quick, you keep the momentum. It doesn't matter if you have 0 boost.
Like, he is the best player on this roster. And I don't know much about Seiko's character, no. No way, dude.
Indeed does. No
way.
Nothing left for GK other than 60 seconds to launch a reverse sweep campaign.
Archie's got to be near 500 points average this series. It's just everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Goals, saves.
Bro.
The two that they needed on their side. GK are being comprehensively outplayed.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's have a look at the scoreboard just to see that. 5 goals to zip. You're looking at 13 shots to 3. It's looking rough for GK, and I think at this point you get inside your
own. Bro, what if he is on? What do you mean embrace masculinity? What the fuck does colors have to do with the masculinity?
I'm gonna say it's near impossible to see a comeback from it.
If this comeback happens, it's the most, like, flipped from momentum to result I will have ever seen. It is currently 11 goals to 2.
Bro, don't be saying bring back trading on the Rocket League stream, bro. They ain't gonna bring back trading unless we get rid of Rocket Racing and Fortnite.
Let's
just get rid of Fortnite altogether.
Perfect sweep.
Because I hate that game.
The reverse sweep happened, but this is not too far away.
I feel like we're seeing scrim gentlemates right now. We're seeing what all the EU
Bro,
players have been talking
Jack
about.
isn't playing that bad.
Top 2 team easily.
Like,
amongst their peers,
like there's definitely blunders in there,
gaming, so
but bro, his 50
it's
is on point.
Momentum. It's just how the players look individually and how they feel on the pitch, and feels like all three.
They got this. They can at least get one in.
Though, and Nas is getting to work, whereas GK, they're just not finding the touches individually that you'd expect from them.
Thing forfeit.
Archie's going to keep going. He's on 0 boost, and I still somehow believe that he was going to get to that ball. Zoski powers. Archie's got the
No, you've got to be kidding me, man. You have got to be kidding me. I have no hope for GK. What's going on here?
Still doing it to him.
What's going on here?
Confidence.
Where's Jack?
101. Archie's got 0 boost.
Bro, you're making it hard to defend you when you're nowhere on the screen. What the heck happened?
Set up shop, play my usual third man role. No, he's finding a bump on last. He's getting the first goal for his team, and it is looking very rough right now for GK.
He just got rid of Seiko on the goal line, like Seiko was an old lady crossing the street. Just come on, dear, you get out of here, you're in the danger zone.
Move along.
I like the idea that if you see someone cross the street, come on, move! Get going already, what's your excuse?
What a pass?
Look like Joey with a great chance. He's thrown it away.
That would have been close, that ball.
Seiko, the shot is.
Alright, Jack, here's your chance, bro.
Circling to keep the ball in.
Quit the slander.
We've spoken a lot about the offense of but the defense, keeping a clean sheet against this team is fantastic as well. Just everything is working right now.
Archie's just going to keep power hitting this. Might as well. Got the pinch, put another one on net. On his way, Jack tries to go early, still gets beat to the ball, and that's almost in. Oski couldn't quite get there in time. Well done though from GK to keep that one out, because that's one that you can easily jump for, assuming it's on target.
Even right there, Nas was in a momentary 1-on-3. He
bro.
just went. He's not thinking about the ifs, buts, and maybes. He's just playing on instinct, just going.
What about?
That's what we've seen from this team. 4 games now, or at least 3.5. Gentlemates in the box seat, looking to sweep one of their rivals in the top 5 of Europe. Doing it in absolute style, and as a 50-50 series,
maybe Jack's doing too much.
They've found that insulting, the way they've played here. This is not a 50-50 game.
Maybe Jack is overcommitting all the time.
That is the correct.
This could be such an easy fix for Jack, because I know he can be that good.
Apparently Jack will get rid of it. It's only a 1 goal difference here, but GK have got to find. I can't even say what it's going to take, because you can't just fix one thing and say, oh, that's going to be the difference maker. GK need everything to click, and they need it now, because Oski's got those sort of shots in his pocket. Well, Oski's definitely a confidence player.
Nice demo though. Pats open it up. Jack shot.
Oh, boom. There we go. Quit the slander.
It just took a demo. They got the demo on Archie, just in behind play, and they couldn't set up shop in time. Oski just had to wait perhaps for his teammate to spawn. That didn't happen. Sitting
big W from Jack.
And they find a nice shot.
Over to Oski. 1-1 here in game number 4. Nas temporarily all by himself. Able to really do too much with it. That's a good bump. Now can they make something of it? Joyo's shot's very slow. Abjack wanted to just try and scoop it on his way back out. But on the breakaway, Nas looking for bumps. But looking about as good as it's going to get.
There's been there's another bump on Seiko. He's getting.
But that's the old esports. I mean, Moist esports roster did.
Nice flick though.
Right,
good chance. Nas needs to make the touch. Does so. Joy goes for the shot. No, he's going for the reset. He's in.
Oh!
We know and love, and he's shown up in game 4.
That's what we like to see.
We've got a very specific one for GK, which is Joe's hitting the backboard and finding the follow. Got it in game 1. He's got it in this game. He's just not enough opportunities for them. GK have got themselves a lead.
I don't even know how he got the reset. It looked like he just hit it with his back 2 tires, but his car had other ideas. He said, you can have a second flip. That was lovely. Here's Archie with a reset down the other end. GK for the first time, as you mentioned, in the lead, a very unusual position. The demo's still coming through, gentlemates. Looking to push forward. 75 seconds
Jack cleared
to
it.
equalize.
Right?
That's going back.
Oh, dude, that was close. That was close. I'm telling you, Jack is a good player.
Reset, goes for it. Oski wanted Seiko, doesn't find him, and Nas is too far forward to put a proper shot on net.
Could have been the perfect chance, but they just didn't find the bump. Nas looking to keep the ball nice and close. How's the bump game now for gentlemates with 45 seconds left? Do they go into overdrive? A little whifty coming through. Oski goes to the infield instead. Archie Prickler.
Oh no, there we go. There we go.
At both ends, being the clutch master for GK.
I have no idea how Joyo followed that, but they're still under so much pressure. Now Joyo looks at
Joyo being the goat he is, dude. Oh no.
Hard to beat. Seiko can't finish it. Jack will try and keep the play alive.
Oski's grabbed the 100.
Jacko boy, come on.
Now, turning on it, gets over one. The bump lands. It's just Archie. He's been in this position.
Oh yes. Oh yes. That's what I can see. That's so good.
They will deny the sweep unless something crazy happens.
Well, yeah, those 2 goal leads have not looked overly comfortable so far. So, gentlemates, gonna need something off the kickoffs. They're in a position for it, to be fair off this. Do we gonna get the bot? Yes, we do. But not the same result as we got earlier on, which pretty much just went immediately in the net.
Well,
there we go.
Oh yeah.
At 4.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's I still think it's unlikely, but that's done a lot for their confidence, GK. Seeing 4 goals in the back net after
morale's going up, dude. They got this. Yeah. I'm glad I stayed.
A world of good.
Reverse save time, baby. Reverse save time, baby.
2 goals, you know, it's 6 goals in 4 games. It's not diabolical.
5? Oh, so close to 5, dude.
To this point, but there's the first one. 3 more to go. And now, does that rattle gentlemates?
Gee, they needed that. And I'm not just saying that. Obviously, they needed that. I understand what I just said, but I just meant they needed someone like Joyo to step up. That reset double sidewall solo just kind of felt like it just shook them out of the little rut that they were in. Little hole that they've been digging the 3 games previous. And everyone else has sort of come to the party as well. You can see pretty even spread across the board. Seiko with 5 saves, doing it defensively. Jack getting 2 goals on the board will do his confidence a world of good as well. And even if they do drop this, just going into Sunday, knowing that, you know, they do have this sort of game in them, do them a world of good.
Well, it is NIP waiting for the loser of this series. Not that there is any good options down there at the moment.
Usopp, what the frick do you mean?
The easier option between them
Bro,
and KC.
This is Rocket League. What are you doing on here with One Piece?
GK's the one that are trying to race back into the good spots in this region. 5 spots opened up, and it would feel so bad if, even with the extra spot there, you miss out on going to Boston.
Yeah, it's pretty darn competitive though for those 5 spots, as we've seen today. Magnifico, they're putting their hand up. Man City just took KC to 7. They're going to be right in the hunt in Open 3 as well. And we've got new teams rising like
Dude, what the heck are the codes? What do you mean? What does everybody mean by codes?
As you said, very competitive. GK, 1 down, 3 to go. They want to create the most ridiculous reverse sweep we've ever seen.
They need the first goal though. They need to get if they want the reverse sweep, they need the first goal.
And there you go. I've pre-jumped that one for you all. So Nas called it, Oski called it.
That was a pass.
I can only assume that Archie.
That was definitely a pass. I saw it. I was like, what the heck is he doing?
A little bit of.
That was a complete. No, it was a back pass. It was a back pass.
Has he unplugged it?
Not good for the sponsors. Not good for the sponsors.
Oh, don't talk about it. It's pink as well, so you know it's part of them.
He's working on it.
He is. He's plug it out. Plug it in. I just give him the sign of like, I'm in a flow state. Get into the lobby right now.
He's gone for the unplug and plug back in strat.
It's looking good. It's looking good.
Looking good.
There we go.
Happy. And he said it's fine. Well, that's sometimes a good old unplug, replug, and we're all good.
Hit them with the space station.
That's an interesting one. The headset lag.
Headset lag. Maybe it's causing stuttering. Maybe it just wasn't plugged in correctly. You know, it's like when your USB is like all the time. Yeah. Maybe I'm speculating because I don't know what to do with this tech pause.
Yeah, well, they are sitting right next to each other. Perhaps they could just take the headsets off and just talk.
Maybe like
sound anyway.
Expand it. Just sit closer to each other. Share a headset.
Yeah, I think it's overrated. Is game sound overrated? I don't know. JNaps used to play with no game sound. There's a little tidbit for you guys. You do like to hear when a car's behind you, though.
What did you used to go for? What was the priority? Music or game sound?
Oh, flow state music was fantastic, but yeah, I think you do need game sound. But there's sometimes, I don't know if you guys watching at home, you fellow top 100 Rocket League players,
there's somebody out there.
30,000 of you.
Chat, we're looking at you. Which one of you claims top
100? You can weigh in on this. There's sometimes if the game sounds too loud, it makes you feel heavy, or is it just?
Yeah, absolutely go, bro. That's what he is.
Mate,
sometimes no sound makes you feel faster. I'm just saying, there's something in.
How far is your placebo gone?
Sometimes when you have no game sound, you just read the music, you feel quick.
All right, this is a pre-show segment at some point.
One, I guess.
I think 100 players in chat will agree with me. I think the people that are not saying it, you're probably plat one.
There's no many of you are top 100. Okay. Snow Day is not counting for all of yous. Get out of there.
Big ups my Snow Day believers, my Snow Day enjoyers. Here we are though, back in business. No more headset lag. And max game sound I'm seeing from Nas as well. He's locked in. Careful,
Whoa, Jack, that was almost an own goal.
The overdo it. It's like, no,
don't make it hard for me to defend you, dude.
As Nas off the wall, Joyo, who I believe has been the bright spark. I do believe you agree with me, CJ, the way that you've been talking about him. Just needed the team to follow up. Oh, it's under the goal. Nas.
I said they needed the first goal, but they couldn't get it.
That's so clever. He is well and true. He's nutmegged him. He's absolutely.
We're done here.
Jack, who's pre-jumped,
We're done here.
expecting it to be a top left, and Nas knew he was going to pre-jump. Goes right underneath.
That's got to feel so bad. Oh, dearie me. Well, one goal up. Tell you what, that headset, you wouldn't have heard him. Otherwise, oh, it's back in. An immediate counter punch from GK.
And we just ran back to all over again, a little bit of a mistake, and then an instant response from GK. 1-1, 40 seconds in, no harm done. Everyone can rest, relax. Only 2 shots to the piece on both teams as well. We're all good.
Lucky number.
Oski can't really take it from the original angle, has to take his time. Joyo's already on his way up. Crushes the initial 50.
Jack, why are you all the way in their side of the goal, their side of the field?
He can recover that, so Jack's got to be pretty.
Seiko, you're doing the same thing.
Seiko's right there. Does well.
What is that, Oski? Beautiful redirect coming through out of nowhere. Still see they are playing with confidence. Archie is 50 by Seiko, gets 2. He's done well. You can see how quick Oski is to get back, secure his own corner boost. Nas throws that one on net. Joyo regulation,
reverse
but Archie was
man.
ready.
Reverse sweep. I'm ready for the reverse sweep.
But not finding teammates.
Oh, what is that catch?
Seiko's
oh, no, that's
in.
it.
Joyo on
That's
backboard.
it.
He's been beaten. There's the pop-up.
Oh,
Seiko
thank God, thank God.
Able to maintain his boost to the
All right,
ball
Joyo,
trajectory.
go for it.
Get a touch on it.
You got it.
GK finally looked like
that was bad. That was bad. Going under.
Jack.
Currently Jack for the shot.
Time of it. Wants to try and test Oski. Can't heat check Oski. That's one of those things I'm going to say is a rule of Rocket League. Going long. Up goes Jack. Good first touch. Good second touch. Nas has got a bit of an easier time, but instead he's getting harassed. There's going to be Joyo coming in.
Oh, yes. That's so good.
Love this play. Love this play from Jack. He just made Nas so awkward. He just bullied him on the line as well with 0. Joyo had to strike top right. Did Oski have it is the question. Nas helps it along into the top bins. They get the lead again.
Off the side. Jack can almost get there as Oski had to make a decision early. Seiko off the wall. Wants the 50. Doesn't quite get the one he was after. playable for Archie. Can we see we're getting closer and closer to that game 7. Once if GK can
Great
get
pass from Joyo.
suddenly it's
From
starting to believe, and you have
Jack.
no idea what happens in game 6
Oh, wow.
and game 7.
Alright, Jack.
Gentlemates
Bro, you
cannot
keep
allow this
sending
to slip
away possession.
Oski gets the infield to Archie.
Oh, no,
He's
that's him,
got
that's him,
so much
that's
for
him.
himself.
That's him.
Oski saves it, finds the way, realised Archie was going to be too high up. Needed some help.
He's pre-jumped and saved his flip to adjust to Archie's touch. That's ridiculous from Oski. Archie did well to just get it somewhere near
Quit
the
with
net.
the
It was so
6-7.
high off the backboard. But Oski just knew. He was one step ahead.
Well, back to 2 each. Archie. Oh, Joy's being harassed. Joy still gets to it. What a
Oh, thank God.
He's done so well. Off the corner now. Can see Oski finds one, doesn't find two. Joyo doesn't go for the bump. Those gentlemen, you'd expect them to sweep onto that backboard and clear Nas. Over the top of Seiko this time in transition for Gentlemates. Joyo, first touch is always sublime more often than not. Low 50s coming through. First on the scene is Jack once again. Gentlemates finding a way out. You can see this boost. Even Oski delaying the boost touch just so it doesn't spawn as quickly in that defensive half.
Archie pops the ball back up. Joy was on his way. He's got a teammate, Jack. A little bit slow to it, and Joy's been bumped as well, so Seiko's got to do well with this. It's available. Nas asks a lot of himself. That was going to help out an awful lot. Back pass to Oski. Next goal, crucial for GK.
No way, Bradford. No way, Bradford is an actual medical term.
He's going to have to take the 50. Crushes it.
Joyo 0 boost, Jack just cutting
Was it
across.
smooth,
He
Brad?
had to be the one to get involved. He had 100, his teammates had none. This time Joyo with space can grab 100. Beautiful first touch. Archie's going to go to the backboard instead. Whips onto it. Nas able to help out. Seiko just a bit slow. He hesitated. I think he thought he might have had a free touch, but that's a beautiful pass. And Nas doesn't miss those. 3-2. Gentlemates 2-goal swing.
Nah, bro, we're good.
Jack just kind of got caught in no man's land, wanted to go for it, didn't want to go for it, couldn't make a decision, and the decision was made for him, and the decision is, your team is down by 1.
Yeah, he's just got caught out again. They're really exposing his positional mistakes at the moment. Just underneath it and then pulling out instead of perhaps just going anyway, even though he wasn't in the best spot for it. So Archie's done well. Joyo looking to bite, and this is really worrying now for GK. They're going for it. It's not looking
No.
great. Seiko's in big trouble.
No. I'm done here. I'm done here. And if they do a miracle, I won't see it, alright? This is the end of the stream. There is no way, bro. There is no freaking way, dude.
For their opponents. And Oski, I feel like he's just not made a bad decision. Especially not in offense. Just keeps getting it right. Jack goes delayed. That's not going to quite work out for them, but they need something. They've got to get this from Jack. And it's
No.
saved.
Triple save. Still another.
No, dude.
Triple save.
That was the only chance, dude. I am done. I am so done here. I am so done here.
And keeping their 2-goal lead alive, and
I'm so done here.
has not left.
Nope. Goodbye, stream. We're done. We are done.